And a very pleasant good evening and welcome to the Dowling Catholic High School Gymnasium as we get set for our final Friday night girls and boys basketball doubleheader. In Class 5A girls, Class 4A boys, the Central Iowa Metro League, and it's Dowling and Urbandale for the second time on this. It was a sunny day here in Central Iowa, 35 degrees. We didn't get the 6 to 10 inches of snow Eastern Iowa did, nothing to shovel off. We're in good shape, and it's the final Friday doubleheader of the regular season. Mark Hamadale now joined by Scott Babinet for the girls game and Jimmy Cataldo for the boys game. We also are simulcasting tonight's broadcast on the Central Iowa Sports Network, CISN.TV. So we are doing the live stream and the radio, and Scott Babinet walking.
Thank you. I think they're calling this heat wave we're having full spring right now. Right before the second of three winters, I guess.
Well,
I'll take it.
Nonetheless, we all will. Anytime it's above freezing as much as possible, we all got to like that. But tonight it's Dowling and Urbandale here on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio, the second time for both teams. The Maroons swept the doubleheader to start the year off. I believe that first week of 2023, Dowling winning at Urbandale, and now the two teams meet the second time around the CIML. And both teams in the girls' side have gotten their postseason assignments. The boys will come out on Monday for classes 3A and 4A, but this is a game, well, everybody knows their brackets. Everybody's advancing to the postseason, the girls' side. And, Scott, now you're just playing to get better, maybe work on a few things, and maybe give your opponents something to scout if they happen to select this game based on their scouting. They get to select 3 games from the huddle that the games are all taped on, and maybe give your opponents something extra to think about.
Maybe. We'll see what happens tonight. I think Dowling will see a lot of zone from Urbandale tonight, so they'll get to work on what, in the 7 years I've been around, has been an Achilles heel, going against zone defenses, moving the ball, because Dowling likes to get up and down the court a lot and move the ball fast, and the zone sometimes slows them down. They've done a lot better job this second half of the season. I know when we had Urbandale earlier this year, that game didn't quite go how we thought it would go, and there are a lot of turnovers. I think between the two teams there are 43 turnovers, so there are more turnovers than there were field goals in the game, and so that was kind of a choppy game. So hopefully both teams are a lot sharper tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. It's it's always interesting playing a team twice, what the new wrinkles are, what the lineups have been, maybe the rotations have changed. I know for Dowling it's pretty simple. The Maroons have a 10 players on their roster on the girls' side, and they play seven players in their rotation. So there's really not a whole lot to add to what they do. I mean, for Urbandale, they're just kind of trying to find their way. I'll tell you what, and I told Coach Criswell this, Greg Criswell, in his first year at Urbandale, taking over this year. Their record's 5-16. That can be deceiving. It's just building the program, and this is the first year of the building blocks. And he and his daughter, who has come to help him, Mariah Criswell, played for Northern Iowa and for Winterset, and Darian Garrison Nickerson, who also played for Northern Iowa. That's what they're trying to put together at Urbandale, so they kind of regroup their program. But they got a lot of building blocks, and they have a first-round home game in the postseason this coming Wednesday night when the girls' regionals get underway with first-round coverage. Marshalltown at Urbandale, and they have a very winnable game before that winner goes to Centennial on Saturday, February 18th. So you like what they're building at Urbandale with the Criswells.
You do, and series-wise, you look in on varsity bound or whatever, Dowling has dominated this matchup, but I don't know, in the 7 years I've been around, Urbandale's always put up a great fight, and it's so you don't take anything for granted. The kids there play always so hard and make it difficult, and that's a credit to them. And they just need consistency to keep. They've had several coaches in the years, and so it's hard to build a program when you keep changing coaches. So hopefully this is a good building block for them. They've got a winnable game coming on Tuesday, rematch of a game they won earlier this year, and so they want to sharpen up, obviously, and get ready for that, and then move into, I think, they're in the bracket with Ankeny Centennial, so they're in a tough bracket, but, you're preparing for your future.
That's correct. And for Dowling Catholic, you mentioned the series with Urbandale, which dates back to 2006. Dowling 30 wins, 2 losses against Urbandale during that time. And right now, the Maroons have a 25-game winning streak against the Jayhawks. Maroons haven't lost since February of 2010, which my addition and subtraction, that's 13 years this month. So for the Maroons, they want to keep doing what they're doing, and that is playing tremendous defense. And it might have been the wake-up call. The first game after of the new year, Dowling and Urbandale at Urbandale. Urbandale had the lead at Dowling at halftime, and then Dowling came back and won that contest 52-33 at Urbandale. But that might have been a wake-up call, but the Maroons were really looking to kind of hone their defense, and they were the third from the bottom in defense for the month of November and December. But Dowling's defense, well, that has taken them to higher places. They have now won a 12 in a row, and into tonight's CIML conference game. Maroons have won 12 in a row during that stretch, and that has propelled their defense along with their offense.
Right. And in that first game against Urbandale, it was such a choppy game. So many turnovers. You don't get back on defense, the way you want. It's you're turning the ball over, you get the ball, you turn it back over. It's so choppy. Nobody gets in a flow, and that's one of the things Dowling's done when they get cooking. They're not turning the ball over. They're getting the ball up. They're beating the defense down court and getting easy shots.
All right, we're going to take a break here on our pregame show. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinett here at the Dowling Gym, the final girl-boy doubleheader on a Friday night for the 2022-23 season. Our Central Iowa Sports Network crew, we want to recognize them. Pete Tarpey, along with Jose Guzman, our TV producer, and Aaron Bandy, our video photographer. So we appreciate them behind us. And, of course, the one and only Jennifer Phelps back at Iowa Catholic Radio producing the radio side. We'll take a break, come back with starting lineups and more pregame from the Dowling Gym. It's Dowling and Urbandale on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel, paint, and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond Certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym here on our pregame show. Dowling and Urbandale tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network. Let's take a look at tonight's games across the Central Iowa Metro League. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Our other game on CISN tonight has the Valley Tigers at Ankeny. And again, they'll be tipping off right around 6:15 for the girls' game, the boys to follow. Southeast Pokes at Johnston, Ankeny Centennial at Waukee Northwest. Waukee has a bye tonight, both the Waukee girls and boys, so you may see a coach in the stands from those two teams. In the Iowa Alliance Conference, Hoover is at North, Ottumwa's at East, Lincoln at Roosevelt, Mason City at Ames, East Waterloo at Marshalltown, and in a boys-only game, Sioux City West is at Fort Dodge. That'll get underway at 7:45, and a bye tonight, the Fort Dodge girls. Now tomorrow, CISN has a matchup over at the Valley Gymnasium, Valley Fieldhouse. It'll be a doubleheader beginning at 1 o'clock. It'll be a boys-only contest. A 1 o'clock game has number 1 Cedar Rapids Kennedy taking on number 4 Valley. And again, that'll be on CISN, a Class 4A matchup. And that'll be followed by the 2:30 game between Linn-Mar of Marion and Ankeny. That'll also be at Valley's Gymnasium, Valley Fieldhouse, also on CISN. So the guys behind us, they got to pack up their stuff and go across down 2X on the interstate and get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
How about, that's quite a matchup, I would say.
Yeah, it'll be a fun matchup for them tomorrow. And so, yeah, I mean, they do such a good job of putting great games on for us to see.
Girls only game tomorrow has Waukee Northwest traveling to City High of Iowa City. That begins at 4:30, girls only contest. Chris Guess has to get his 21st game in Iowa City. I hand it to him. Boys only contest tomorrow has Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln in Des Moines taking on Des Moines Lincoln. That'll be at 4:30 at the Roundhouse in Lincoln. So that's a look at the schedule. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup before we go to break. And we'll start with the visitors from Urbandale. The Jayhawks come in with a record of 5-16 under first-year head coach Greg Criswell. He's assisted by Mariah Criswell, Darian Garrison Nickerson, Mark Bethke, Annika Della Vidora, and Ty Sharon, their assistant coaching staff. The Jayhawks come in averaging 38 points on offense, give up 52.6 points on defense. They'll start this lineup at point guard number 1, Devin Carlisle, 5'3" sophomore, averaging 7 points. She'll wear number 1, and the second guard is Taylor Mulligan, a 5'9" junior, averaging 5.5 points. Leads the team with 40 steals, and Mulligan will wear number 3. The third guard is Maria Long, a 5'9" senior, averaging 4 points, and she'll wear number 21. And the fourth guard is Bree Tigas, 5'8" junior, averaging just under 5 points, and she'll wear number 25. And at forward, Dharma Woodruff, a 5'10" senior, averaging 3.5 rebounds, she'll wear number 24. So it'll be Carlisle, Mulligan, Long, and Tigas, and Woodworth, the 5 starters for the Jayhawks. And now for Dowling Catholic, the home team of the scoreboard. They have 2 seniors on this senior night. They'll recognize the seniors tonight between games. The head coach is Kristen Meyer in her 7th year at Dowling, 121 wins, 37 losses, assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber. And the Maroons will start this lineup at 1 guard. The point guard is Ava Zedeker, 5'10" sophomore, averaging 20.5 points, 3.5 assists, leads the team in both categories, and with 36 made threes, she'll wear number 13. The other guard is Layla Tritton, 5'8" sophomore, averaging 7 points. The third guard is one of the seniors, Julia Moore, 5'6" senior, averaging 7.5 points. She'll wear number 21. At 1 forward for Dowling, Ellie Olson, 5'10" sophomore. She'll wear number 5. And the other forward is Lauren Frericks, a 5'10" senior, averaging 6 points, 2.5 rebounds, and she'll wear number 25. So it'll be Zedeker, Tritton, Moore, the 3 guards for Dowling, with Olson and Frericks. The head coach is Kristen Meyer, I mentioned, in her 7th year. Dowling comes in averaging 56.5 points on offense, 45.5 points on defense. They're ranked 4th in Class 5A with a 15-4 record, and they come in on a 12-game winning streak. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the tip-off between Dowling and Urbandale here at the Dowling Gym. But first, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and our pregame prayer from Father Reed Flood, Mark Amadale, Scott Babinott. Tip-off coming up here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
for the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Dowling girls and boys basketball tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio, and of course the folks from the Central Iowa Sports Network. The final Friday night doubleheader of the regular season. Tomorrow, the Dowling girls and boys teams travel to Ames. Girls will get underway at 12:30, and the boys game to follow around 2 o'clock. So that'll be the final regular season game in the girls competition. Dowling boys next week will be at Des Moines Lincoln on Tuesday night, and our next broadcast here on Iowa Catholic Radio will be Thursday night as Dowling hosts number 7 Norwalk, and that'll be their final regular season game next Thursday. And then, of course, the Dowling girls move on, and their postseason begins as the Dowling girls will host the winner of Sioux City North and Sioux City West next Saturday here at the Dowling Gym at 7 o'clock. So people keep track. We got regular season and then the postseason, Scott. So
you're going to be busier than I am over this next week.
You're going to be along with me on one of them. That'll be a week from Saturday. Yep. Teams out in the court right now. That is Dowling in the home white uniforms. They'll be going right to left if you're watching on the live stream on CISN. White uniforms, maroon numbers and letters and trim. And Dowling wins a tip. They go right to left, and they'll face that 1-3-1 Urbandale zone defense. The Jayhawks in their blue road uniforms. They look underneath, and a shot up and good by Lauren Frerichs on a nice pass from the perimeter.
That was great. There was misdirection on the baseline cut by Zedeker cutting through the defense, and they went with her and left Frerichs wide open.
Dowling on the other end playing defense. They stay man-to-man. Jayhawks have it. Devin Carlisle, Taylor Mulligan, Maria Long, Bree Tigas, and Dharma Woodruff get the start tonight for the Jayhawkers. Long down the lane, layup up, too strong, no good. Rebound Dowling and Tritton. Good look at the basket that time. Great execution by Urbandale, just didn't finish. They drop back into their 1-3-1 zone.
Yeah, and again, patience could be one of the things to watch tonight.
Now a corner three, and good by Lauren Frerichs. She's got all 5 of Dowling's points, and she didn't score Tuesday night, believe it or not, against Waukee Northwest.
And she has the ability to do that. I just think this year she's focused so much on her interior defense and been a focus to help the team excel.
A shot in the lane, no good by Woodruff of Urbandale. Woodruff, the 5'10 senior, one of 4 seniors on this Urbandale team. And Dowling with the rebound. 5-0 Maroons as we're underway here in the first quarter from the Dowling Gym. Now they work underneath the Frerichs. Backdoor cut Olsen. Leaves in the corner for Moore for 3. It's no good. Rebound Zedeker, and she danced along the baseline to save it. And the Maroons will reset with the shot clock down to 10. All right, here's Moore on the other baseline. The ball knocked out of bounds by Woodruff on great rotation that time by Dharma. Out of bounds to the Maroons with 5 on the shot clock.
They're going to try to set up Zedeker coming off some kind of screen here, you'd think.
All right, Moore inbounds it. Gets to Tritton for 3 left wing. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound Moore as the shot clock resets. Now here's Zedeker with it on the left baseline. Tries to drive baseline against Long, can't do it. Now double team. And gets it out to Tritton. Layla, a skip pass over. Now Moore in the corner. Julia for 3. Good. Julia Moore. Didn't she do that earlier in the possession and missed it, Scott?
She did. Earlier she missed everything. But, they did a good job of reversing the ball there, and it creates open shots. And traditionally, Dowling's been really anxious to get zones and trying to get the shot up way too early, and this time they were really patient.
8-0 Dowling here in this girls contest from the Dowling gym in Class 5A. Here's a pull-up jumper, no good by Carlisle, and the rebound out to Dowling. Outlet pass goes to Olsen, over to Zedeker, dribbles baseline, can't get the shot off. Now in the corner it goes, and the ball tipped out of bounds off of Urbandale. The Maroons will inbound the ball as the Jayhawks will inbound the ball, or will go back to man-to-man defense. Again for the Jayhawks, Tigas, Woodruff, Long, Mulligan, and Carlisle, the 5 on the floor. For Dowling, their normal starters, Zedeker, Tritton, and Moore, the 3 guards, with Ellie Olsen and Lauren Frericks on the baseline. And now we've got a stoppage here. I think the officials want to get everything set as far as shot clock.
Running. Oh, there's stop.
And they're going to try to get that all reset here. 5:03 to go here in the first quarter. Dowling leading 8-0 in tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Of course, our folks with the Central Iowa Sports Network, CISN, have their supporters. So when you see those go across your screen, when you stop in, tell them you heard the game and saw the game on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. Now we've got a officials timeout, and when the girls are standing, I know it's not going to be more than a minute, but I say that, and it could be.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption earlier there. As old coaches have it, the whistle blows. I looked for the clock. Is it stopping? And it was still going. So now it's going back up. Right now,
Scott, you mentioned. I know you want to give us numbers, but you were mentioning a little bit about on the pregame show. What are some of the keys that you see tonight? I know we had to get right through things. They want to start things early tonight here at Dowling with the senior night.
Yeah, initially I was wondering how Urbandale's zone would affect Dowling. I think in the first game it affected them in a bad way. Dowling was just too rushed. So obviously Dowling's handling it better this game. I was wondering if Dowling would settle for threes or if they'd move it to get a better shot. And they're obviously executing that well. And how were both teams going to come into it? That first game was so sloppy, and we did mention that. And it's a little bit better. It's a well-played game. Both teams are getting – Urbandale's gotten a couple drives, and they just missed a shot. So both teams are playing better right now.
Long got that good look in the first shot of the game by Urbandale, but just couldn't get the shot to fall. And I don't know what that was all about. They didn't put anything on the shot clock, I think. It's 25 seconds on the shot clock. Dowling will inbound the ball. 5:20 left to go first quarter, and the Maroons lead at 8-0. So I'm not sure what that was all about, but the officials in the scores table, other than the shot clock buzzer went off twice when it didn't need to, but I don't know if that had anything to do with it. We're underway. Dowling works underneath to Moore. Layup good. Julia Moore. Maroons working the ball on the perimeter nicely. And Julia with her 5th point. So she and her teammate, 2 seniors, Lauren Frericks, both have all 10 of Dowling's points, 5 each.
That's what you want on senior night, right?
And they're the only 2 seniors on the Dowling girls team. Underneath, the shot up and no good. Good dribble drive that time by Bree Tigas. Draws the foul and she'll go to the free throw line as Ellie Olsen will pick up the first Dowling foul of the night. And Tigas, pretty good athlete at Urbandale, track and softball. I thought I saw her out there playing shortstop this summer. You see, and you get a chance to visit with some of these young ladies. You don't recognize them with their ball cap on, helmets, and all that. But Tigas is one of them, and if she hits the first free throw, a 75% free throw shooter on the air. And it's 10-1 now. Dowling with the lead over Urbandale. Second one on the way, off the back iron, no good. Zedeker with the rebound. Again, Dowling comes in. Their record, 15-4. They won 12 in a row, coming in. The Jayhawks come in. They've lost 6 of their last 7 games, but they've won their last 2. Dowling with a 9-point lead here. Moore underneath, can't get a shot off. Now she reverses the ball. There's Heller in the lineup, as is Muller. So Dowling with a pair of substitution. Ellie Muller, a 6'1 freshman wearing number 43, and Marin Heller, number 11, the 5'3 sophomore in there. 4 on the shot clock. Tritton shot block. Muller into her hands. Shot clock violation against Dowling, but since Urbandale has it, they won't stop play, and the Jayhawks have it with Bree Tigas.
Yeah, Lauren got caught. Lauren Frericks got caught there with a late shot, and they got the block there.
So the Maroons go to their rotation as Ellie Olson sits down.
And Dowling's doing a good job of moving the ball. They just probably need to look for their shot. They're over patient that time, and if they rotate through the high post and reverse the ball, they'll find lanes just open up so much for them.
All right, the Maroons with the basketball. Zediker dribble handoff to Heller, to Julia Moore with it. Maroons going right to left on your screen and right and left in front of us. We're right behind the scorer's table near the floor. Zediker with it. Good defense by Urbandale on the 1-3-1. Heller on the baseline, cut off nicely. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Frericks with it. Leaves it for Muller. She's almost triple teamed. Gets it out to Heller. In the corner to Zediker for 3. Up, and it's short. And Muller with the offensive rebound and putback up and in. Ellie Muller shoots and scores. One of the first subs off the bench for Dowling.
That reach across to get that rebound. She just stayed in place. Good job by her.
When you're 6'1", and I think Urbandale's tallest defender is Woodworth at 5'10", you can do that. And now here's Mulligan with it in the lane. Shot too strong off the glass, no good. Rebound, Frericks, as the Maroons now set to get Tritton back in. Here is Frericks for 3, up and no good. Rebound Urbandale, and a whistle and a foul as Ella Tabakovic, who just checked in, grabs the rebound. A foul on Dowling. That'll be on Julia Moore, her first.
That was a good job by Urbandale to get back quickly on defense, because Dowling wants to rebound and go because it helps their offense not getting stuck going against that zone so much. So they can get out and get some easy baskets, but that was a good get back by Urbandale.
So Tritton and Olson back into the Dowling lineup. Sitting down will be Julia Moore and Ava Zediker as the Maroons go with their rotation. Now a backdoor cut and a pass that time from Lauren Salmon, 5'6 sophomore who checked in, number 20, goes errant, out of bounds to Dowling. Maroons lead it 12-1. 11-point lead for Dowling early here in the first quarter with 2.5 minutes left to play. Our officials tonight, Michael Cayley, Mark Flegel, and Matt Roberts with us. Dowling with the ball has 20 on the shot clock. Here is Frericks with it, top of the circle against Urbandale's 1-3-1. Tries to bounce underneath the Heller, and it's poked away nicely by Maddie Stutler, who's in there. Dowling regains it, 10 on the shot clock. Dribbling baseline is Tritton, and she draws the foul. Let's see if this is on Stutler. Nope, it'll be on Tabakovic. Ella Tabakovic with the first foul for Urbandale tonight. Dowling with 2 team fouls, Urbandale with 1 with 2:09 to play in the first quarter.
Urbandale's doing a good job when Dowling's trying to drive on that baseline, stopping that and stonewall and make them kick back out.
Maroons are doing a good job of finding that hole in the Urbandale zone defense. They got to be patient to do that, as you talked about, and they are. Here's Muller with it. Right lane, now underneath to Olson. Her shot with the left hand, good. Hey, how about that? Muller found the cutter. Olson for the basket. Ellie with her first 2 points. And it's 14-1 Dowling by 13. Again, between games tonight, we'll have this on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Senior night introductions between the girls and boys teams here at Dowling Catholic. The 6 boys seniors, the 2 Dowling girls seniors, along with the support staff, will be recognized, and a whistle and a foul on Layla Tritton. That's her first. Frericks will check out for Dowling. Zediker back in, and we've got a 30-second timeout called by Urbandale and head coach Greg Criswell in his first year. We'll keep it here. Dowling 14, Urbandale 1. Minute 39 left to go here in the first quarter. Skeffton's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One are our Iowa Catholic Radio sponsors. And Coach Babinette, what are your thoughts thus far?
Well, so right, you were talking about Dowling doing a good job of looking to the inside on that zone. So much of it's about timing, too, that post player flashing. Sometimes the girls are going to a definite spot, but there's a defender there. It's almost go to the empty spot there and catch it and reverse it. That time I thought Ellie was going to keep it same-sided, and she she hesitated, and then Ellie Olson cut in behind her for that layup. And so that's kind of what we're talking about. You have to handle that zone and be patient. And, a lot of times you say it like this: you go slow to go fast, because you become more efficient when you're making the right plays and getting good shots.
Didn't John Wooden said, be quick?
But not in a hurry.
That's right. Didn't know if that applied.
It does. Still.
Urbandale.
He had a lot of good things.
He did. Maria Long inbounds the ball, and the Jayhawks have it. This is Taylor Mulligan, and now we got a 5-second call against Mulligan. That's a call I wish they'd throw out, because we have the shot clock now in basketball. They haven't done that at the Federation, but you've got to make an attempt to go towards the basket.
Right.
And that time Mulligan did not, and she has called for the 5-second call. But throw that rule out, folks, if anybody's listening to the Federation. We already got the 35-second shot lock. They can hold it as long as they want for 35 seconds, in my humble opinion.
It did take a lot of years to get the shot clock, though. So
that's right, it did. And Oklahoma sure could have used it the other night with their high school game.
Goodness.
And now Dowling with the ball. Muller's pass is deflected out of bounds. Good defense by the Jayhawks. Minute 16 to go here in the first quarter. 14-1 Dowling here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. We'll have the doubleheader tonight, the final doubleheader on a Friday night. Everybody after this goes their separate way, with boys' regular season will come to an end next week. We'll have the Dowling boys' final game next Thursday in Iowa Catholic Radio as they host 7th-ranked Norwalk here. 6:30 tip-off, 6:15 will go on the air Thursday night. That will be our next broadcast on Iowa Catholic Radio. But tomorrow, Dowling girls and boys traveling to Ames for a girl-boy doubleheader, 12:30 at the Ames Harrison Barn Gym, brand new. And now corner three by Tritton, no good for Dowling. Fight for the rebound, and here comes Zedeker out of nowhere, and the Maroons get a brand new shot clock with under a minute to play.
And a lot of people, for out-of-state listeners, or viewers, they don't understand the difference of Iowa for other states. They have two separate unions for their athletic teams.
Two separate entities that run. One, the Iowa Girls Athletic Union runs the girls' side, and the Boys Association runs all the boys' events. So they are separate. Like the 48 other states that I know of, 48 at least, have it under one umbrella. So. Yep. All right, 15 on the shot clock. Dowling playing catch on the perimeter. Here's Zedeker with it. Picks up her dribble. Underneath tries to get it to Olson. It's poked away by Maria Long and stolen away by Urbandale. Jayhawks with it in the front court. This is Mulligan down the lane. Her shot up and partially blocked out of bounds by Olson with 8 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off. And the Jayhawks will inbound the ball. Oh, they say it went off of Urbandale. Must have came down on her foot as she was out of bounds after it with a block.
I did not see that. I looked back. I marked they're getting the ball back.
I did too. So it must have. All right, Dowling with the ball. Here's Zedeker. Double teamed. Skip pass over to Frerichs. Can't handle the throw, and that's how the first quarter will end with the score. Dowling Catholic 14, Urbandale 1. Alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. Our thanks to the CISN crew tonight, and of course Jennifer Phelps at Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll return to the Dowling Gym after this 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym as we start the second quarter. Urbandale will have the basketball first as Devin Carlisle throws it in. Jayhawks in their home, or rather road. Blue uniforms with red and white trim. And Jayhawks now. Tigas with it on the left side. Drives to the basket. Shot up and no good. Rebound Zedeker and Dowling. Maroons lead at 14-1 as the Jayhawks only basket was at the free throw line, only point rather, was at the free throw line where they went 1 for 2 in the first quarter. And we have 2 free throws as Long picks up the foul for Urbandale. And free throws coming, so Maria Long picks up the first Urbandale foul. They went foulless in the first quarter, and now they picked up their first. Zediker at the line here, Scott.
Yeah, it was very quiet first. I'm sorry here, I'm stumbling everywhere. It was a quick first quarter. They let the teams play and very few fouls and better flow of the game.
First free throw up and good by Zediker. Second one on the way, good. Zediker, an 86% free throw shooter, didn't have her best night Tuesday night. I think she missed 3.
Yeah, that was out of character.
Over at Waukee Northwest on Tuesday in Dowling's win. Dowling girls come in winning 12 in a row. Their record 15-4 if you joined us late. Jayhawks underneath and a shot off the glass up and good. Power move in there by Reed Tigas.
And that's her first make of the game.
Yes, it is. So she has 2 points. I believe Woodruff has the other point for check that. Long has the other points for Urbandale. And Dowling now has the ball. I tell you what, we've had more balls slapped out of bounds by in this offensive end for Dowling. Urbandale's getting a hand on the ball at times.
They are. Good deflections. I know in huddle, that's one of those stats they keep is deflections, and it means you're active.
So Tigas with all 3 of Urbandale's points. Dowling with the ball. Corner 3 now by Tritton, up and no good. Offensive rebound, Olson gets it out to Moore. Brings her back to their starting 5. Here's Zediker at the free throw line. Can't get off a shot. Now they're going to call a pushing foul on Urbandale and Bree Tigas. That'll be her first. Brings back to the original starting 5. Zediker, Tritton, Moore, the 3 guards with Frerichs and Olson in the posts. And head coach Kristen Meyer, 7th year at Dowling Catholic. Moore inbounds the ball. It gets it inside to Frerichs, and it's poked away from behind by Maria Long. Ball loose on the floor, and Urbandale picks it up as Heller and Muller set to check in, and now Urbandale gets inside, and a shot up and good.
Yeah, it's one of those things you got to get back and you got to cut off that drive there defensively. The coaches will not like that they gave up that simple drive there.
Taylor Mulligan shoots and scores. Now we got a whistle and a foul on Dowling. They're going to get Olson with her second foul. So Ellie, I think, will come out of the lineup with this rotation as Muller and Heller check in. Tritton and Olson will check out, but Ellie Olson with 2 fouls, and she may be on the bench for the rest of the half.
Yeah, I don't think coaches are happy with the ball movement and what was going on offensive end, but they also do a good job of rotating and keeping girls fresh on the floor.
Jayhawks with the basketball. Tigas in the lane. Her shot up and no good with a running jumper. Rebound Zediker. Ava brings it across the timeline to Moore. Julia in the lane. Leaves it for Muller. Her shot up and short. Rebound slapped around, and Mulligan comes away with it for the Jayhawks. Yeah. Outlet pass goes to Long.
Yeah, Dowling needs to get the ball inside a little bit more. They've been settling for outside shots.
Now the shot by Long is blocked by Muller. Rebound Dowling, and here's Heller with it. Marin in the front court to Julia Moore. Back to Heller. 5:40 left to go, second quarter, 16-5. Dowling with the lead. The Maroons have led by as many as 13 points. Long 3 up and no good by Frerichs from the right side. Rebound Urbandale. Here's Mulligan with it. Wants to drive. Hands it off to Tigas, and the lane. Her shot is blocked, but a foul called on the Maroons. They're going to get Muller for her first foul. So Ellie Muller, the 6'1 freshman, commits the foul, and that'll send Urbandale to the free throw line with 5:27 remaining here in the second quarter. 16-5. Dowling with the lead. And the first free throw, no good by Tigas.
Credit here to Urbandale. They keep attacking in the second quarter and doing what they need to do. In the first game, they had 12 free throws compared to 6 for Dowling, and so it's a lot of settling for 3-point shots right now by Dowling.
Tigas' second free throw good. So she has 4 points tonight. She's 2 of 4 at the free throw line and has 1 field goal. 16-6, Dowling by 10. Jayhawks with their 1-3-1 defense. They kind of stretch it to half court. Now they back it up. Now here's a skip pass and out of bounds to Dowling. Good hustle that time by Mulligan as she out-hustled Moore to the basketball, but went out of bounds off of Mulligan, much to the disdain of head coach Greg Crissell. Now he's got a little point system. I didn't get into this too much last time, but he gives the kids, help side defense, little bit of points, and that's what you want to see when you're trying to build the program.
And you get what you emphasize from your players, and if you can encourage them that way, you can really build that faster because they're more aware.
2 on the shot clock. Corner 3 up and good by Marin Heller. That is her 15th 3 of the year, and she waited till the last second, literally, to make it.
Literally.
19-6 Dowling. Maroons equal their largest lead of 13 in the lane. A shot no good, and Taylor Mulligan, offensive rebound and putback good, and she has 4 points. Comes in averaging 5.5, 19-8 Dowling. 4.5 to go. Now corner 3 by Moore is no good. Julia with the miss. Rebounded by Urbandale and Devin Carlisle. As the Jayhawks now get it across the timeline. Now we got a foul called, and this might be Julia Moore's second foul, and it is. So she will join Ellie Olson with 2 fouls. Tritton will check in for her. 4:17 remaining in the first half. And Dowling with Olson and Moore with 2 fouls each.
You're seeing a big contrast offensively here in these games. While Dowling's up by 11.
The Jayhawks get it inside. A shot off the glass, up and good by Devin Carlisle.
I was saying, while Dowling is up by now 9, the majority of their shots, 13 of their 18 shots, are from the 3-point line, whereas all of Urbandale's shots are inside 2. And Marin Heller with another 3.
Heller with her second 3 of the night, her 16th of the year, and it's 22-10 Dowling. Wins by 12. Jayhawks with it as they go left to right in front of us towards the north basket here at the Dowling gym. Not a bad Friday night crowd. Late arriving crowd. Senior night activities will be held between games. Now corner 3, it's up and no good by Devin Carlisle of Urbandale. Rebound Dowling and Heller. She gets it over in the corner to Zediker. Ava's been quiet tonight as Urbandale's isolated on her, and now a steal by Tabakovic, who's in there, but stolen back by Dowling. And now a shot up and no good by Moore as the ball was knocked out of her hands by Taylor Mulligan. Good defense by the Jayhawks, and they've come up with some pretty heady plays defensively.
They have, and they're making it difficult to get that ball inside for good scoring opportunities for the Maroons.
30-second timeout called by Urbandale. We'll keep it here on the Central Iowa Sports Network and Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Amadale alongside Scott Babinet. We'd like to thank Mercy One, Dental Associates, and Construction Professionals on Iowa Catholic Radio for being our supporters all season long. And of course, the folks at CISN, when you see their commercials and you see their supporters and sponsors, let them know you've watched the game on CISN. Maybe you heard the game on Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll go for that.
There you go. Also, I don't know, the other CISN game going on right now, Valley's leading Ankeny 22-12 with 3 minutes left in the half.
That game going on up at Ankeny. Other games in the CIML tonight, Southeast Polk at Johnston, Ankeny Centennial at Waukee Northwest. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Waukee has the bye tonight on the girls and boys side. You may see a Waukee coach in your gym tonight. Maybe a little scouting before the postseason. Iowa Alliance Conference games tonight. Hoover's at North, Ottumwa at East, Lincoln at Roosevelt, Mason City at Ames, and East Waterloo at Marshalltown. Boys game, Sioux City West at Fort Dodge. And the Fort Dodge girls have the night off. And now Dowling inbounds the ball. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling. It'll be a loose ball foul on Dowling. And now the officials are going to get together, make sure they have the right person. That'll be the team foul number 6 on Dowling at this juncture. 3 on Urbandale. This should be a 1-and-1 if this is the 17th foul. They're going to get Tritton for the foul. That's her second. So Olson, Moore, and Tritton with 2 fouls each, and free throws coming, a 1-and-1 for the Jayhawks here, Scott.
Yeah, and that's a hard inbounds pass from the baseline over the top if you don't hold the defender off early and let them get in the play. So she went back to get the ball and then just fouled there.
Tigas at the free throw line, hits the first free throw. She has 4 points tonight, make that 5, and 6. 6 points now for Tigas as she's 4 out of 6 to the line with 1 field goal, 22-12. Dowling's 13-point lead now back to 10. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Reminder at halftime, we'll have Dowling boys head basketball coach Clay Thielking join us. Now here's Heller underneath on a nice pass from Zedeker. Her shot up and no good, and ball out of bounds to Urbandale. Zedeker tonight with just 2 free throws held scoreless from the field. So Urbandale's kind of eyeballing her. Dowling with substitution. Zedeker will go out, so will Tritton. Checking in for the first time tonight for Dowling, number 33, Macy Herndon, 5'2" sophomore, wearing, again, number 33. And now a bad pass by Urbandale will result in a turnover in Dowling possession.
Yeah, and Zedeker's having a hard time. I mean, in the sense that she does really well when Dowling's getting out and running after missed baskets, and that just hasn't happened tonight. Urbandale's done such a great job of getting back on defense. And then every scouting report's going to center her on offense for the Maroons.
Here's Herndon underneath, and rather Moeller underneath against Woodruff. And Moeller shoots and scores. Ellie Moeller, 6'1" freshman, working against Dharma Woodruff, the 5'10" senior of Urbandale. 24-12 Dowling. And underneath, shot blocked by Moeller, and that was Woodruff. And now we've got a jump ball called as ball was loose. Tie-up will be Dowling basketball.
Good pressure on that shot there by Moeller.
It was awful close to that foul area, but as long as you get the ball and don't come down to the body, you're in good shape. That's the case there.
It's just the hardest thing. You think you have an open drive, and all of a sudden these long arms come out of nowhere.
And that kind of plays on you if you're going in the lane and you have a shot block, which I think several of these Urbandale gals have had tonight. Now Moore underneath, can't get off a shot. Leaves it for Herndon. Her three-pointer no good. Ball slapped out of bounds. They say it went off of Moeller as she was battling Dharma Woodruff. And it'll be Dowling basketball with a minute 50, or check that, Urbandale basketball with a minute 57 to play in the half. 24-12, Dowling with the lead. Jayhawks with it. Here's Maria Long down the lane. Her shot up, too strong. Rebound, Dowling and Ellie Moeller. In transition, here is a three-pointer that's up and no good by Frerichs. Fight for the rebound, and we're going to call a jump ball, I believe. It'll be Urbandale possession. Zedeker back in the Dowling lineup. She'll replace Heller. And checking out of the Urbandale lineup will be Dharma Woodruff, number 24. And Bree Tigges checking out, so wholesale substitutions. Lauren Salmon, number 20, in the lineup for Urbandale, along with Maddie Stutler, number 13. Minute and a half to go. Dowling has doubled the score, 24-12 over the Jayhawks. Long with it in the lane, and they're going to call a jump ball to be Dowling possession. So those are empty possessions both ways.
Yeah. Good hands on both ends to get that ball and stop the play.
Here's Julia Moore. It's to Zedeker. Ava goes down the right side, goes through contact, layup up, good. The basket will count, and a foul on Urbandale. And that is the first field goal of the night for Ava Zedeker. She has 4 points with an and one coming.
Yeah, that's good in those situations for her to find that lane and go and challenge. And she finished through contact, and this is her game, getting the free throw line and getting easy baskets, getting her groove on her shot back. Lauren
Salmon picks up the foul, her first. Free throw good by Zedeker. She's 3 for 3 from the line. And that field goal, she has 5 points. 27-12 Urbandale. Minute 10, or 27-12 Dowling. Urbandale with the ball, down the lane. Her shot blocked. That was a Salmon shot blocked by Muller again. Dowling with the rebound. Here's Zedeker with it. To Moore. Julia, corner three from the right side. Good. Second three of the night for Julia Moore. She now has 8 points on 3 field goals. 30-12 Dowling. Bruins with their largest lead of 18 points. Now a long three. It's no good by the Jayhawks. Rebound Dowling and Zedeker. And about a 1 second differential between game clock and shot clock as it winds under 30.
They can hold here, but they'll go for their first open shot, I believe, here.
Herndon in the lineup for Dowling. Macy with it. Gets it to Moore at the right elbow. Looking. Now launches the field goal. It's no good by Moore, but rebound out to Moeller. Underneath Moore, and she throws up the shot. It's no good, and we've got a blocking foul on Urbandale and 2 free throws coming for Julia Moore. The foul will be on Ella Tabakovic, and that'll be her second for Urbandale. Team foul number 5 in the Jayhawks. 17 fouls on Dowling. 8 seconds to play here in the half, Scott.
Yeah, and that's more of what a Dowling possession looks like, getting both feet into the lane on the drive and either going up with it or getting a kick out. So this is a good job his last couple possessions with Zediker and Moore getting to the line.
Julia's first free throw is good. Moore, a 66% free throw shooter, now 30 of 45 at the line throughout the season. Second one up, and no good. Rebound, Urbandale. That is Woodworth with it. Dowling with pressure in the backcourt. 4 seconds remaining in the half. They get it to Carlisle, and she can't get the shot off, but a block shot by Muller, and we end the half with Dowling leading 31-12 over the Jayhawks here on senior night at the Dowling Gym. Alongside Scott Babinet, I am Mark Amadale. We will take a 1-minute break and return with our halftime statistics. We'll also catch up with Dowling boys basketball coach Clay Fieldking and our halftime score in game 1 of our girls and boys doubleheader. Dowling 31, Urbandale 12 here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale alongside Scott Babinet. Always nice to have loyal listeners trying to pick up on what I say. Good luck. Halftime score, Dowling 31, Urbandale 12, and now we're joined by the Dowling head boys basketball coach in his second year. Has a little bit of Urbandale ties, and that is Clay Fieldking. And Coach, thanks for joining us, and welcome. You're sitting amongst your people here, you know. I see you had your fans already. One of your fellow Urbandale citizens come up, want your, was it autograph or just tickets to the game?
Just
what do they need?
Trying to throw a punch, an early punch. So dodging those already.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking time. Of course, tonight we're on Iowa Catholic Radio, and we're simulcasting with the folks upstairs, the CISN, and this is senior night, and tonight Dowling boys have 6 seniors you're going to recognize. This will be before your game. Girls will have 2, but let's talk about that. Your senior night, you've been through a few of these in your day, both the player and as a coach, and a very emotional night. It's always a good time to get the families together. I know it's a big night here at Dowling with those 6 seniors. Whether they start or do not play at all, they're playing some kind of role for your program.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a night to honor them. We will start 5 of them since we can't start 6, but 5 of them will get the start, and we'll bring the 6th one in pretty early to give him some love. And it's just a night to honor them. It's tough to stay in a program for 4 years. You know, it's a commitment. A lot of these guys, they're in other sports. They're involved in activities, and the commitment level is something that not many people understand unless you've done it yourself or you're a parent of one of these kids. And so looking forward to honoring these guys tonight. It's a great group of kids.
Well, no question, Coach. You know, we mentioned 6 seniors for the Maroons being recognized tonight, and that includes Davis Scheck and Drew Marl, 2 of your starters. And then, of course, Jack Odie, Colin Clark, a couple guys that come right off the bench, along with Andrew Nyanji. And young man is going to get his first start in his 6th game this year, and that's Danny Nielsen. Got to know him through the football program, and he was Coach Wilson's one of his blocking tight ends. I don't know what you're using for in practice, hopefully to, give Nyanji a little bit of work. But Danny Nielsen getting the start tonight. Love that.
Yep, getting the start. Great kid, great family. He hasn't played really at all this year. A few times just down the stretch of blowouts, and great attitude, never complains, does a good job in the JV games, and is the kind of kid that you want in your program. He makes our program better. He stands for everything that you want your program to stand for. And so he'll be rewarded with that tonight. He's excited, and we'll have some fun with it.
Well, tonight you take on your alma mater, as I said, Urbandale High School, and second time you're going to play them. You won the first meeting. I think it was one of the first games we had when the season resumed after the new year. And, they're an interesting team. Grant Eaker was injured, and he's come back. He is our leading scorer and three-point shooter, number 24 for our folks that are watching tonight, Grant Eaker. But Bryce Lang, Jack Craig, a young man named Brevin Phillips, and Cole Garwood. And it's going to be some great matchups. Always looking forward to playing Urbandale. And then Cooper Hardison, the assistant coach's son, has got his way into the starting lineup. So they'll go rotation about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And your thoughts about the matchup and obviously going into the final weeks of the regular season, preparing for the postseason.
Yeah. It's a good team. They've had a lot of injuries this year. It's something they've battled with, and they're finally fully healthy, and they're playing really well. They beat Ankeny at Ankeny the other night by 12 or 15, and I guess they're similar to Southeast Polk in that their record is very deceiving. They've played a lot of good teams closely, and anyways, I think they're playing well. It's going to be tough, but I think we're at a point of the year where trying to stay healthy, build some momentum going into the tournament. We won't know till Monday, obviously, what that looks like, but just try to keep moving in the right direction, and hopefully the scoreboard rewards us.
Yeah, you've got back-to-back tonight here against Urbandale, then a non-conference game, travel to Ames, the brand-new Harrison Barnes gym at Ames, and you'll get a chance to play. It's a girl-boy doubleheader with Dowling tomorrow. Girls start at 12:30. You're going to start right around 2 o'clock, so that'll be a challenge seeing the defending champs at Ames tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, a lot of new faces, but they're good. I haven't watched a lot of film, but we've watched a little bit to get a jump start, and very athletic, very long, and they guard you and make it really, really hard to score. They held Hoover to 25 points. The other night they held Marshalltown to 38. I mean, it's going to be tough. It'll be a challenge. They're different from an athletic perspective, and he does a great job, obviously, and the tradition they have speaks for itself. So we'll have our hands full, but we'll worry about that tomorrow.
Visit with Clay Fieldking, the head boys basketball coach at Dowling, as the Dowling boys will take on Urbandale in Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. That'll be following the senior night activities here at the Dowling gym. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinat with you. And, next week, Coach, you're going to close out the regular season. I know Monday you find out your postseason bracket in Class 4A, but Tuesday you go over to the Lincoln Roundhouse and have a game over there.
Yeah.
And you've been over there before. It's a different place to shoot. That's why they call it the Roundhouse. And then you close out regular season play next Thursday, and we'll have the game in Iowa Catholic Radio. You host Norwalk, 7th-ranked Norwalk in Class 4A, and first time ever the two teams have met for varsity competition.
Awesome.
Not a scrimmage, but first time ever for varsity competition. How about that?
That's awesome. Yeah, we're looking forward to the Roundhouse. I haven't been over there for, I was just talking to Coach Nahas about this. I haven't been in the Roundhouse since my junior year of high school. We played there in the tournament. And so that'll be fun to go back over there. And then, Norwalk is obviously playing real well, and that'll be a good matchup Thursday night heading into the tournament. Two tough ones.
Okay. Well, listen, I know you're going to be busy tonight with stuff before your game. The girls kind of have it easy. They play their game, and it's done, and then they can go home after they hand out all the senior night awards. But, hey, congratulations. I know these are 6 guys that, they're in your program for a reason, and they might have been through, this might be their own year out or last 2 years out, but there's a reason for that. And, that says a lot. They've been in the program 4 years, maybe a couple years in the Catholic League, and, of course, all that. But it's a good group, and hopefully they'll lead you to, maybe as far as they can get you. How about that?
That's all we can ask for.
All right. Yeah. Clay, thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
Best
Mark.
of luck.
Appreciate it.
Clay Fieldking, Dowling boys basketball coach, former Urbandale and Grandview grad. We'll take a break here at halftime. Scott Babinat and I will come back with our halftime statistics. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinat, and, of course, Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer on Iowa Catholic Radio. I want to thank the CISN crew as They're here tonight, Pete Tarpey and company. We appreciate all they do. We'll take a 1-minute break and return to the Dowling Gym. Halftime of the girls' game, Dowling 31, Urbandale 12 on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
And we're underway here in the second half. Urbandale with the basketball, and they dribble drive down the court. Layup up and good by Taylor Mulligan as the basket counts, and a foul on Dowling. This will be on Ava Zediker, her first foul of the ball game. And Mulligan with her 6 points and a chance for an and one, and a nice job by Urbandale. First set and first possession, Scott.
Right, and they're just continuing to attack. The philosophy of this game, shooting-wise, has been two different things. Urbandale attacking the basket and Dowling shooting a lot of threes against that zone. So Urbandale's doing what they have to do to try to get back in here.
For Urbandale in scoring, Bree Tigges 6 points in the first half as Dowling has the ball, and they're working inside to Ellie Olson. Her shot up and good. That's her 4th point. Tigges with 6 points, and now Mulligan with that series. She had 4 points at halftime. She now has 7 to lead Urbandale, Taylor Mulligan, and 2 points for Devin Carlisle, the 3 Urbandale players that scored. They went 4 of 6 at the free throw line. Now the Jayhawks working inside, ball blocked out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball, as that was Bree Tigges with it. For the Maroons, their leading scorer in the first half was Julia Moore with 9 points. She had a pair of threes for her 9 points. 5 points for Ava Zediker, 6 points off the bench for Marin Howler, 4 points off the bench for Ellie Muller, Lauren Ferris with 5 points, and Ellie Olson with 2 points at halftime. She now has 4 points with the basket, and the Maroons were 4 of 5 at the free throw line. Here's Zediker, dribble driving between a couple of Urbandale players, shoots and scores in the lane. She now has 7 points.
And it feels like Coach Meyer got the point across, start getting into the lane a little bit more and attack on the drives against that zone. And with Urbandale extending out, it's going to be easier for Dowling to do.
35-15, Dowling, Maroons by 20. This is their largest lead of the night.
And again, it's just good recognition on Dowling's part to attack that zone. If they're going to extend out and pressure more, you've got to attack that.
All right, we got a full timeout called by Urbandale and head coach Greg Criswell. We'll take a 1-minute break and return. 6:37 left to go, third quarter, and it's Dowling 35, Urbandale 15 here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we're back here at the Urbandale Dowling game at the Dowling gym. And the Jayhawks had the basketball coming out of the timeout. And it was a tie-up on the floor, jump ball, and it'll be Dowling possession. And now the Maroons have it. And Julia Moore had it and lost it. Jayhawks picked it up, and Dharma Woodworth, who picked it up, traveled with it. So there you go, Scott. Keep up the percentage. Let's go with our first half statistics when we get them through here.
All right. Dowling shot 40% from the field in the first half, 4 for 5 from the line with 19 rebounds, 5 turnovers. Urbandale shot 21% from the field, 4 for 6 from the line, 12 rebounds, 6 turnovers.
Corner 3 by Dowling and Lauren Frericks, no good. Urbandale with the rebound, and now the Jayhawks lose it out of bounds, but it went off the leg of a Dowling player. And the other game that is being broadcast on CISN, Valley leading Ankeny 33-19 tonight, as that game being played in Ankeny on CISN. Of course, Valley losing this week as they were beaten on Tuesday night in kind of an upset, but Valley leading tonight, and they start to wrap up the regular season. Here's a long 3 by Devin Carlisle. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Urbandale, they say it went off of Dowling. Dharma Woodworth over there, and it'll be Urbandale basketball. Again, the Dowling girls and boys teams tomorrow will be in action. They'll be at Ames. Girls game gets underway at 12:30 at the brand new Ames High School gym named after Harrison Barnes. Dowling boys will play afterwards.
He could play a little bit.
He could. So I'm on this court and up at the old Ames High School, and he's very generous with his time and energy and his money and helping get that gym and that brand new school completed. Now Urbandale with the ball, 15 on the shot clock. They're working inside. A shot up and no good by Tigas. Off rebound out to Olsen. Ellie's outlet pass goes to Zedeker. Ava in the transition in the corner to Frericks for 3. In and out, no good. I mean, literally in and out. Spun her out. Rebound Urbandale and Dharma Woodworth. The other way we go. Here's Carlisle with it. Gets it inside. A shot with the left hand, too strong, no good by the Jayhawks and Woodruff. And we got a whistle and a foul on Tigas. That'll be her second.
When I was an athletic director in California, Mark, we had a crab feed, and Harrison Barnes donated to our cause there in the Bay Area when he was with the Warriors.
That's awesome. Just amazing. All right, Dowling with the ball. They lead it 35-15, 20-point lead. Marion Heller in the lineup for Dowling, as is Ellie Muller. Now here's Moore with it. Julia dribbles baseline, tries to spin it out, and the ball's deflected into the hands of Zedeker. There's a little step back shot up, no good, and trying to save it from going out of bounds with Moore, and she couldn't. It'll be Urbandale basketball. Dowling led 14-1 at the end of the first quarter, and Maroons outscored Urbandale 17-11 in the second quarter. Dowling led 31-12 at halftime, and right now it's 35-15. Dowling by 10, so not a whole lot of scoring here in the third quarter. Single digits both ways.
Just seems a little choppy. We had 3 turnovers in the course of about 7 seconds there too.
Now the ball goes out of bounds. Urbandale tries to attack the glass, and the young lady that was doing it tripped. That was Tigas, and she gets up, took a spill on the floor. That's a floor burn. What else would you expect from a shortstop?
No.
To ask her about that this summer. Bree Tigas, the 5'8 junior, wearing number 25, track and softball, her other sports at Urbandale. Muller underneath, her shot is no good, but whistle and a foul on the Jayhawks. And this will be on number 21, Maria Long, her second. Dowling racked up the fouls. They had 3 players with 2 fouls at halftime. Olsen, Tritton, and Moore all had 2 fouls each. Now 2 shots coming from Muller as the rest of the team is gathered around head coach Christian Meyer at the bottom of your screen. And Muller's first free throw is good. And tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinette, Jimmy Cataldo will join me for game 2. Second free throw by Muller, no good. Rebound to Maddie Stutler. The Jayhawks now with the basketball. Here's Taylor Mulligan, picks up her dribble between the circles. Gets to Woodruff, looking for a cutter. Dowling stays man-to-man, and Urbandale has been in that 1-3-1 zone most of the game. Here's Mulligan with it with 15 on the shot clock. Now to Tabakovic. Now Moore with the steal against Tabakovic. Down the lane, her shot no good. Offensive rebound, put back good by Lauren Frericks. And for Lauren, that is her 7th point of the night, 38-15 Dowling.
Yeah, and that's a first fast break point that I can remember in this game, and Urbandale going to be really proud of their defensive effort getting back on that for the Maroons.
Dowling with a 23-point lead, and we've got a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. 3 minutes, 46 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Dowling 38, Urbandale 15. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinett here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond Certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional-grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Jayhawks. Here's Tritton with it. Urbandale in their 1-3-1 zone. They try to trap Tritton in the corner. Couldn't. Heller's in the lineup now for Dowling. Marin Heller to Ellie Moeller, number 43. Back to Heller in the corner to Zedeker. Corner three, left side up, and no good. And it hits the basket support, which is out of bounds. That's an automatic dead ball. Turnover back over to the Jayhawks. And substitutions now for Urbandale as they'll take out number 13, Maddie Stutler, and number 24, Dharma Woodruff. Taylor Mulligan will dribble up the court. She and Maria Long.
There was good ball movement on that possession. You get an open three, it just didn't fall.
Delaney Peterson in the lineup for Urbandale, 6-foot junior wearing number 33. She's at the top of the key right now. Now in the lane, a shot up and in and out, no good with the shot is Maria Long. Rebound Dowling and Ellie Olson. Olson tries to fire it out. It's intercepted by Tabakovic, and she draws the foul. But also by Urbandale. They stayed back after Olson's errant throw, and Tritton commits the foul on Layla. That'll be her third foul for Dowling. Second team foul for the Maroons here in the second half. Urbandale with 2 team fouls with 2:45 to go. Free throws coming for the Jayhawks. First one up. Hits the rim a few times and no good by Tabakovic, who's a 49% free throw shooter on the year. Urbandale was 4 of 6 at the line in the first half. Dowling 4 of 5 at the line. Second one coming. Good. So Tabakovic with her first points. 5'6" sophomore. Urbandale team with 4 seniors, 3 juniors, 6 sophomores, and a freshman. Their head coach Greg Criswell and his daughter who helps him out, and now turnover against Dowling. 38-16 Maroons. Jayhawks with the basketball. Here's Mulligan with it. Between the circles, guarded by Heller. Now Tabakovic, guarded by Moore. Dribble handoff to Long. Maria now at the right elbow. Double team, gets to Delaney Peterson. Now they kick it back out. A long three, it's up and no good by Stutler. Rebound Dowling. Here's Moore with it. Underneath to Muller. Shot up and good. Julia Moore with the assist, and Ellie Muller with the basket, and that is her 7th point.
And that's Dowling needs that to get their offense going. Just that quicker pace, and maybe Urbandale is one of the few times they didn't get back and beat the post player down.
Now the entry pass by Peterson. Ball loose on the floor, and Dowling had it momentarily, but Urbandale picked it up, but a shot no good by Tabakovic. Rebound Heller, and a pushing foul in the backcourt on Peterson. And that'll be her first foul. Third team foul on the Jayhawks here in the second half. Timeouts remaining, Urbandale with 1. And Dowling has all 5 of theirs at their disposal. Into the Dowling lineup for the first time tonight, we'll see Leah Brauk, the 5'2 freshman. She'll replace Maren Heller. Ellie Olson will check out for the Maroons.
This is a fun time when they get a little bit of lead and can see players that don't get to play as much, see how they execute on this.
Yeah, Dowling's back in action tomorrow, as we mentioned during our broadcast tonight. Dowling at Ames tomorrow, 12:30 girls game. And now here's Moore for 3. No good. Offensive rebound, Dowling and Ava Zedeker. And then the Maroons have a week off before they host the winner of Sioux City West and Sioux City North. That regional first round will be Wednesday. And now Muller gets the errant pass by Brauk inadvertently and shoots and scores. How about that? 9 points now for the freshman, Ellie Muller.
Well, they're going to say it's good execution, Mark.
Yeah. But you know, as a coach, that's not how you drew it up. But bottom line, does the end justify the means? Is that we look at that?
Depends on who you ask.
All right, Urbandale on their offensive end draws a foul. Brauk will pick up the foul. Leah with her first. Again, senior night. Following tonight's game, the recognition ceremony will begin for the Dowling teams. 6 senior boys and the 2 senior girls, along with some of the support staff, and we'll have that on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN, so tune in for that. But right now we're 55 seconds remaining into the third quarter. Now a steal on the inbounds pass by Zedeker. Her shot up and no good, but she drew the foul, and Mulligan will pick up her first foul. Zedeker to the line, and 2 free throws coming for Dowling. 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's a good read by Ava to go steal that pass and then attack.
So Zedeker back at the free throw line for the Maroons. First one up and good. Zedeker tonight, a very quiet 8 points. She had 5 points at halftime. Has 1 field goal here in the third quarter. And now perfect at the free throw line where she's 5 for 5. Second free throw good, and it's 44-16 Dowling.
She's very happy to be shooting free throws back here at home.
I'll bet. Something about those Waukee rims, Waukee Northwest rims Friday night, or Tuesday night, where she missed a few. Now Jayhawks with it. Mulligan in the lane, her shot up, and I think it slipped out of her hands. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Urbandale. Peterson with the offensive rebound. Drew the foul. It'll be out of bounds. And Moore picks up her third foul. So Julia, one of 2 Dowling seniors, with the foul. With 31 seconds to play. Shot clock turned off. And the Jayhawks will inbound. Work underneath, and pass is muffed there by Tigas, but she retains control. They get underneath the Carlisle, and now she draws the foul, and Brauk will pick up her second. So Leah with her second foul, 15 foul on Dowling. 4 on Urbandale, and free throws coming. It'll be 2 shots coming for the Jayhawks.
As you get older, you see those kind of fouls. Those hurt a little bit when you see those. And you didn't get hit.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Mark Amadale and Scott Babinet. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no good by Peterson. And rebound out to Dowling as Carlisle missed them both. Carlisle, 70% free throw shooter. Now Dowling with the errant pass and a turnover against the Maroons. Again, our CISN crew here in the final 9 seconds of the first half. Pete Tarpey, Jose Guzman, and Aaron Bandy. Bandy and Tarpey are the photographers. Mr. Guzman, the live stream producer. Appreciate all their help. Urbandale with the ball 6 seconds ago. They get it across half court. Here's Stutler with it. Stolen away by Moore. Julia with another steal. Half court shot, no good. And we have come to the end of the third quarter with the score here at the Dowling Gym on senior night. Dowling 44, Urbandale 16, along with Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale, and of course our studio producer tonight is Jennifer Phelps on Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll return after these messages on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym as we start the fourth quarter. Dowling 44, Urbandale 16 in game one of our girl-boy doubleheader here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Mark Urbandale alongside Scott Babinet. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. The final conference doubleheader on a Friday night. And the final conference doubleheader on a Saturday will be tomorrow as Dowling will travel to Ames for a girl-boy doubleheader. Dowling outscoring Urbandale 13-4 in that third quarter. The Maroons are now 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Urbandale 6 of 11. And the Jayhawks now have the basketball to start the third quarter. Updated score from Ankeny. Valley 62-33 over Ankeny over on CISN, the other game they are broadcasting. 3:40 remaining in the fourth quarter up in Ankeny. Underway here in the fourth quarter. Jayhawks 12 in the shot clock. Here's Carlisle with it. Gets it inside to Tigas. Her shot up and no good. Muller with the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Heller. Back to Zedeker. Olsen and Tritton in the lineup to round out the starting five. Lob pass underneath to Muller. Her shot up and good. And Ellie Muller having her way underneath for the Maroons. She now has 7 of her 11 points in the second half. Now a long three, it's no good by Carlisle. Rebound Dowling and Heller. We'll get your statistics here when we get a break in the action. Here is Zedeker with it. Dowling pull-up jumper by Zedeker, up and good. And boy, has she ever had a quiet night. She now is in double figures with her 11th point.
Yeah, but she hasn't forced a lot of things, and so that's a good thing. I think early on they were getting the seniors involved for senior night, and she's just done a good job of running the team. Again, Urbandale, give them credit. They've gotten back and stopped fast break opportunities, so that's where Ava gets a lot of her points as well.
Well, you mentioned senior night, and the Dowling seniors had the first 10 points of the game. Julia Moore and Lauren Frericks, the two seniors, each had 5 points each in the first 10 of the game.
They should have kept going.
And they stopped. Not necessarily. Moore's now up to 9 points. And Frericks has 7. But yeah, Ellie Muller and Ava Zedeker, two leading scorers for Dowling in this contest, both with 11. Now whistle and a foul on Urbandale, and it'll be on Maria Long, her third. Free throws coming for Ellie Muller. And you got to look at some of the statistics through three quarters there, Coach Babinet.
Through three quarters, the Urbandale shot 16% from the field, 6 for 11 from the line, 20 rebounds total, 13 turnovers. Dowling 41% from the field, 7 for 9 from the line, 29 rebounds and 10 turnovers.
First free throw no good by Ellie Muller, a 76% free throw shooter. Her and Zedeker, the two best free throwers on the team, and she hits the second free throw to take the scoring lead tonight. Muller now with 12 points. Zedeker with 11. As we approach the 6-minute mark here in the fourth quarter, 49-16 Dowling. The Jayhawks work the ball inside nicely to Maria Long, but she draws the foul, and Layla Tritton will commit her 4th foul. And that'll get 3 people checking in at the Dowling bench. Julia Moore, along with Macy Herndon and Lauren Frericks checking in. Zedeker, Tritton, and Muller check out.
Yeah, there's kind of a weird foul there. They get caught behind on defense. And
the Jayhawks now work the ball inside to Mulligan, and her shot up and no good. Drew the foul, and that'll be on Ellie Olsen. That'll be her 3rd. And free throws coming for Urbandale as we're under 6 minutes to play. 17 foul on Dowling, 5 on Urbandale. And Mulligan, 2 shots here. First one up, good. Taylor 2 for 2 tonight, a 70% free throw shooter for head coach Greg Criswell. Jayhawks record 5-16. They will be in action next on Wednesday, first round of the 5A regionals. Wednesday night, they will host Marshalltown at the Urbandale Gym. The winner of that game will travel to Ankeny Centennial, who's ranked 6th in Class 5A. And that'll be on that Saturday, February 18th, a week from tomorrow. So that'll be the Urbandale girls' schedule. Mentioned Dowling's schedule. Their girls and boys will be at Ames tomorrow. 12:30 girls game, boys game at 2 o'clock at Harrison Barnes Gym in Ames. Dowling with the ball, 10 on the shot clock. Underneath, it's Olson. Her shot no good. Ball's rebounded by Allie King in there for Urbandale, number 5'6" senior. Now all the way down, a shot no good by Mulligan. Rebound Dowling and Macy Harnden.
Now we're getting some pace to this game.
They're picking up a little bit. Here's Frericks, corner three, up good, right in front of the Dowling bench. Lauren Frericks with her second three of the night. You know, she had 5 points in the first half. She's got 5 here in the second, total of 10, double figures.
And, you know, these seniors have done, we've talked about this in other broadcasts, but the seniors for Dowling have been great leaders and provide a lot of intangibles this year for them.
Jayhawks with it in the front court, 52-18 Dowling. 34-point lead for the Maroons right now. And now the ball out of bounds, and substitutions now for Urbandale as they'll bring in number 33, Delaney Peterson. Maroons will inbound the ball. Julia Moore, Marin Heller, Lauren Frericks, along with Macy Harnden, and number 31, Emma Hazel in there. Hazel, a 5'7" junior. 5 on the floor for Dowling. 4.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Maroons working the ball on the perimeter. Urbandale in that 1-3-1 zone. Get in the corner. Here's Frericks for three again. It's up and no good off the back iron. Rebound, Urbandale. Jayhawks dribble in the front court. This is Lauren Salmon, 5'6" sophomore. And we got a jump ball called. Tie up. You know, it was always around the tie-up, Julia Moore.
She's always there. Yeah, I had the privilege of working with those two their freshman and sophomore years, and they have just gotten better and improved their both their shooting and their defense. I mean, Julia always is a scrappy player getting on the floor, and that's just been like her trademark.
Julia Moore for Dowling, going to play soccer down at Washington University in St. Louis. Congratulations to her, and of course we'll be talking about her bio when we go through the senior activities here at Dowling between games. Lauren Frericks going to graduate, and she was involved with cross-country, track, and basketball here at Dowling. Now whistling a foul on Urbandale. We'll get to Bakovic with her third as Moore was fouled. Brand new shot clock for Dowling as 3:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Dowling 52, Urbandale 18. We'll have the boys game on Iowa Catholic Radio. Here's Moore in the lane. A shot off the glass, good for the senior, as the basket will count. A foul on the Jayhawks, and that foul will be on Delaney Peterson, her second. A move by Moore, and I'll tell you what, between her and Zediker, well, maybe there's a few others in the running. They get noted for a lot of floor burns.
Yes.
Free throw good by Julia Moore. That's her first basket of the second half, and she now is in double figures with 12 points.
Yeah, I used to call her the human floor mop. She's a freshman, sophomore.
Just scrapping, doing whatever it takes. And that time she was shooting and got bumped, and now a steal by Heller. Marin anticipated the pass into the post that time. The other way we go, Dowling with the ball. 3:15 to go. Here's Heller with it. Over to Moore. She'll launch the three. It's no good. And the ball went out of bounds off of Dowling as Emma Hazel deflected it. Back in the Dowling lineup, Leah Brout, 5'2" freshman. She'll take the place of Moore. And Lauren Frericks coming out. And a round of applause for the Dowling seniors. Julia Moore, Lauren Frericks. If you're looking on the live stream right below us.
And Lauren, you know, she came back earlier. First 2 years had injuries she dealt with, and she's just done a better job of fighting through those. It was discouraging those first couple of years, but she's really done a good job these last couple of years.
Yeah, I saw that. She had injuries in 7 weeks her sophomore year with the foot and injured her ankle later, and that's never good. And now here's a steal by Heller. Marin all the way down court, right into layup, good. Stealing basket by Marin Heller. That's her 8 point. And we've got, a foul called here, Scott? Yep,
Yeah,
we
foul.
do on the backcourt. Macy Herndon whistled for the foul, and that'll be the 8th team foul on Dowling, so free throws coming. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Appreciate their support on Iowa Catholic Radio, and of course the Central Iowa Sports Network folks, as free throws coming for the Jayhawks. Allie King in there, 5'6" senior, hits the first free throw. And when CISN runs their commercials, thank those supporters for bringing the broadcast to Central Iowa. CISN does a great job. Matter of fact, their second game tonight, it's final score now, Valley 67, Ankeny 36. That game up in Ankeny, so the Valley Tigers with the win tonight after the loss to Waukee on Tuesday. Dowling with the ball as they attack the glass. This is Herndon with it. Now leaves it for Heller for three. It's in and out, no good. Offensive rebound, Dowling. Great hustle by Emma Hazel. Gets it out. Long three, good by Leah Brouk. And that is her first three of the season. How about that?
Good execution there for the Maroons.
Dowling by 40 with minute 40 to play, Scott.
And it's easy to get excited for these younger players that don't get as much time there when they come in and they actually just execute and do what their coaches want.
I know they get time like in the JV games, but it's nothing like varsity minutes in front of a varsity crowd. And now inside, Delaney Peterson with the basket for Urbandale. Peterson, the 6-foot junior wearing number 33, shoots and scores. 60-22, Dowling with a minute 15 to go. Once this game is over, we will take a 1-minute break and do a quick post-game show, and then take a break and come back for the senior night activities here at Dowling between games. 6 senior boys basketball players, 2 senior girls basketball players recognized, and now Heller for three, good in the corner. She's got 5 of her 11 points here in the fourth quarter. 63-22 Maroons by 41. Urbandale with the basketball. Here's King with it. Leaves it for Stutler. In the lane. Pull-up jumper. Rolls off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Salmon. She goes up, and the shot is swatted away by Muller into the hands of Heller. Heller, lead pass in the lane to Dowling's Brouk. Now gathers it in. And Maroons will reset their offense. Final 20 seconds of the contest. Here is a long three by Herndon. It's up and no good. Offensive rebound, Dowling and Emma Hazel. To Heller. In the corner to Brouk for three. Good! And look at the Dowling senior, the Dowling starters cheering each other on, and Brouk with 2 threes. That's her first 2 of the season. And the final score is 66-22 as the time runs out. And Dowling now, with the win, improves their record to 16-4. And their winning streak up to 13 tonight. The loss for Urbandale, the Jayhawks now have lost 3 in a row in 7 of their last 8 games. Jayhawks now fall to 5-17. Alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale. Final score, Dowling 66, Urbandale 22 in the girls game. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back with our post-game show and then return for senior night activities here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Okay, we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale alongside Scott Babinet. Final score in the girls' contest, Dowling 66, Urbandale 22, as Dowling improves its record to 16-4 on the season and their 13th straight win. Urbandale again falls to 5-17. Jayhawks' next game will be their first round of the postseason Wednesday night, and they'll face Marshalltown at the Urbandale Gym at 7 o'clock. For Dowling, their next game is tomorrow afternoon. Dowling at Ames in a girl-boy doubleheader beginning at 12:30 at Ames High School. Scott, you got to look at the final game statistics. I'll let you run through them, and I'll go through the scoring as we wrap up.
Okay, Urbandale shot 6 for 39 from the field for 15% shooting percentage, 10 for 15 from the line, 23 rebounds and 17 turnovers. The Maroons shot 24 for 52 from the field for 46% percentage on the night, 9 for 12 from the free throw line, 36 rebounds and 10 total turnovers. And just a good night overall for the Maroons.
Yes, it was. And a good night on senior night as they're getting ready for those activities. Scoring in a nice contest. First of all, for Urbandale, they had no one in double figures. They were led by Taylor Mulligan's 9 points. She went 3 for 3 at the free throw line. 6 points for Bree Tiggis, as she went 4 of 6 at the free throw line. And then 2 points for Devin Carlisle, 2 points for off the bench for Delaney Peterson, 1 point for Ella Tabakovic, and Allie King with 1 point. Maria Long did not score for the Jayhawks. They went 9 of 14 from the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, Maroons had 5 players in double figures tonight, as the Maroons were led on their senior night by senior Julia Moore with 12 points, Ellie Moeller off the bench with 12 points, Ava Zediker with 11 points, 10 points for Lauren Frericks, another senior, Marin Heller off the bench with 11 points, Leah Brauch off the bench with 6 points for Dowling and 2 points for Ellie Olson. Layla Tritton did not score. Dowling 9 of 11 from the free throw line, as the Maroons outscored Urbandale 22-6 in the fourth quarter. Dowling led 14-1 at the end of the first quarter, 31-12 at halftime, as Dowling outscored Urbandale 17-11 in the second quarter. In the third quarter, Maroons outscore Urbandale 13-4. Dowling led 44-16 going into the fourth quarter, and the Maroons outscore Urbandale 22-6 to win it 66-22. And Scott Babinette, we're going to take a break and come back with our senior night activities. Thanks for all you do, and we'll see you a week from Saturday as Dowling will host a regional semifinal against either Sioux City West or Sioux City North. We'll see you a week from Saturday.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Mark.
Scott Babinette, my broadcast partner. That'll wrap up our coverage here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN of the girls game. We'll take a break, come back with senior night activities. We'll try to catch you up there. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Senior night activities going on here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Followed the Dowling girls win tonight, 66-22 over Urbandale. Ceremony's going on. They just introduced Julia Moore, who's accompanied by her dad Troy and her mom Ellen, twin sister Sarah, and sister Kate. And Julia, as I mentioned, soccer, track, and of course playing soccer at the University of Washington down in St. Louis. And she's being recognized. Jimmy Cataldo joining me for this. Lauren Frericks was the other senior Dowling girls basketball player. Her parents are Darren and Jill, and her brother Nick, who played a little football for you and is on the Dowling basketball team. And she's a cross country and track, and of course basketball here at Dowling. She was just recognized, and she had a couple memories, making state basketball, and of course upsetting Johnson in their 42-game winning streak earlier this year. So there's the girls, and Jimmy, you know a little bit about some of those families over there.
You look at Lauren Frericks and Julia Moore, the two young ladies who played a lot of basketball here in their career at Dowling and had chances to play alongside Caitlin Clark, and that's something that, who knows, from 4 or 5 years from now, they're going to look back at those memories and be very, very fond of it. So the Julia Moore and Lauren Frericks, congratulations to those two girls.
Absolutely. We just saw, if you're watching on CISN, that was the Clark family. Colin Clark with her parents, Brent, with his parents, Brent and Ann, and brother Blake, and sister Caitlin. She got all the way back from Indiana. Got here. Nice job, Caitlin. And Colin, he's on that state champion track team, and he was in that track and field team, and, of course, basketball team captain and winner of the Nick Needard Award. And congratulations to him, and he's one of the 6 seniors that are being introduced as we're trying to catch up with the program here after our breaks. But congratulations to Colin Clark, one of 6 Dowling senior. And here's the second senior. Might know this guy, Drew Morrow, accompanied by his parents Nick and Meredith, and I believe that is his sister with him. And
Sydney, yep.
They're being recognized, and of course he was also on the Dowling baseball team along with the basketball team, and wants to play basketball and attend college somewhere, and good to recognize him. Kind of know his grandparents too,
right?
Too. Michael and Dorothy.
Some options he's looking at in college basketball, but he's played at 2 really high levels in both baseball and basketball this year.
All right, the next one on the camera right now, Danny Nielsen. And Jimmy, you know him from the football side. Danny accompanied by his parents Dan and Jenny Nielsen, his brother John. And he's out for basketball, of course, on the football team. He didn't throw to him enough in football. He should have threw more to the tight end in that one right there. But Coach Wilson right in front of us. I mean, the poor Nielsen kid.
Well, Danny Nielsen's a young man. As a freshman, he came in as a receiver in a very deep receiver group we had, and said to Danny, what do you think about moving to tight end? And he did, and what a tremendous career he had in both football and basketball, moving positions.
And by the way, he's going to get his first varsity start in this contest tonight. Congratulations to him. The next Dowling senior, Andrew Nyangji. Yeah, he wears number 20. His parents are Melissa and Luca, and Veronica, Augustin, his siblings, and he's a 4-point GPA. That's double what you and I put together isn't it?
He's the guy you used to find and say, hey, I want to sit next to you, just in case if I have questions.
I do have a few, before, during, and after class. And maybe at night, I got to make a phone call. But
Andrew's made a heck of a career out of this year, taking advantage of a lot of opportunities that he worked for here his senior year.
Absolutely. And, of course, we mentioned the siblings, Veronica, Augustin, Alistair, and Vero Solin. Congratulations to him. And here's Jack Odie. You get to know the Odies through Holy Trinity, and he's accompanied by his mom and dad, Jackson and Karen, his brother Michael Odie. And
Jackson. Jackson is his father.
Jackson's his father, but he goes by Jack Odie. Yep. And I'll tell you what a great kid. He's going to study political science. Look out.
I actually, as a young 9-year-old, his grandfather, Carson Odie, was a coach of mine.
Wow.
Long time ago.
Another senior out there, and that is Davis Scheck. Parents Brock and Jennifer going to attend the University of Iowa in the fall. You're going to give him a list of things to do and not to do in town, right?
Well, first he has to settle into the right dormitory, right? So don't get.
Is that a factor?
It becomes very, very critical. But Davis Scheck did a heck of a job preparing for his senior year and taking advantage of his junior and senior year in basketball.
And the final senior is the manager, Matt Dietrich, and he's accompanied by his parents, David and Mary, sister Christina, brothers Ben, Nick, Josh, and his wife, Michelle. And, of course, this guy's a presidential academic scholar. He's another guy I'd like to sit next to at times, I think, throughout the year. But what a job he does behind the scenes and with this program, supporting staff for Coach Phil King, and does it all, and that is Matt Dietrich.
Yeah, one of those unsung heroes that's there every day and does some things that a lot of people don't see, are the managers here at Dowling Catholic, and these kids are fantastic individuals.
Get a team picture right there. I know the backs are to our cameras here, but Colin Clark, Andrew Morrow, Danny Nielsen, Andrew Nyangji, Jack Odie, Davis Scheck, and Matt Dietrich. The 6 players and managers, 7 being recognized tonight on the boys' side. And here come the 2 Dowling seniors, Julia Moore and Lauren Frericks, being recognized. And, of course, the photographer down there, Earl Holst, will take their picture. They're going to crop you and I out because we're in the background of all this So congratulations to them. So I appreciate you sitting in because I know you know a lot about these young people, and you've been through a few senior nights yourself, and with your daughters, and it's a very emotional night, but it's fun for the families, and that's why we want to do that here on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio.
You put a lot of heart and soul in your family life, a lot of sacrifices to get your kids to play at high level basketball, football, baseball, whatever the sport is, and these culminations, these senior nights, they're hard because it feels like that end is coming soon, but it's a huge testament to be honored in front of a good crowd on CISN, of course. But this senior class is a tremendous senior class in leadership, in overall character, which makes the culture here at Dowling certainly what it is.
All right, we're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and preview the boys' contest as they've cleared the court of our senior night activities. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here, and we'll come back. We'll take a 2-minute break for our network stations on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sport Network. Again, the final in Game 1, it was the Dowling girls a winner tonight. They won their 13th in a row with a 66-22 victory over Urbandale. And we'll return. We'll preview the boys' contest between Dowling and Urbandale, the second time these two teams have faced each other this year. When we return after this 2-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, doubleheader tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio, and we simulcast with Central Iowa Sports Network. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer, and Jimmy. The final Friday night of doubleheader CIML basketball, girls and boys. It's Dowling and Urbandale. Of course, the final Saturday doubleheader is tomorrow, Dowling and Ames. Beginning at 12:30 in Ames, but welcome and thanks for your assistance during senior night. We want to recognize those young people for the Maroons while CISN is here. We didn't want them just to walk across the floor and wonder who are these people. Yep. We tried to keep up with what was going on, and thank you for sitting in. And now we got the game, senior night, and a senior starting lineup tonight for Dowling Catholic, but more importantly, Dowling and Urbandale for the second time. Maroons got the win to start the new year at Urbandale back in early January, and tonight it's the rubber match.
Well, you look at this game, and this is a point in time where the seedings for the postseason has not come out yet, and this is a game that will be factored into where both teams are going to get seeded. And when you look at their records, Dowling 8-9 and Urbandale 7-13, both teams are teetering into that 2, 3, 4 seed, and a lot of times the importance of that seed comes into a factor if you're going to make a strong run in the postseason.
Yeah, no question about it. Of course, as we mentioned before, the girls had their brackets released the other day. The Dowling, or the Class 4A and 3A boys brackets released Monday, and we got thinking, well, are they counting games? Are they all done and just maybe some touch-up depending on who wins and loses tonight and Saturday? We don't know, but we know they come out on Monday, and you got to play every game like they're watching you, and every win, every loss will determine what bracket you're put in, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think when you look at overall, I think they have a very good idea of who their 1 seeds are going to be. It's a good mixture of Eastern Iowa and Western Iowa, or Central Iowa for that matter, but it's dominated really by the Central Iowa basketball teams. But how do those other teams fill in the rest of those brackets? And like I mentioned, this Dowling and Urbandale, they can get into a bracket where it's most favorable to them, and to maybe get into that final sub-state game to have a chance to play at the Wells Fargo, and that number 1 seed may be the lower half of that number 1, or it could be a very, very high top number 1, like a Cedar Rapids Kennedy, who's a very high top number 1 seed, or Waukee Northwest, or Waukee Warriors. Valley's been a very, very tough team this year. So these games, as much as you want to celebrate seniors, and Dowling's going to certainly recognize those seniors, give those seniors some starts, where they're greatly deserved. I think the Dowling coaching staff and Urbandale understand this is a game that we got to walk away with a win.
Well, for Dowling, they will start an all-senior lineup. 2 of them are usual starters, and that is Davis Scheck and Drew Morrow. But the Maroons will start Jack Odie and Colin Clark, usually the first 2 post players that come off the bench. They'll get starting at forward. And as we mentioned during senior night recognition, Danny Nielsen will get his first start in only a 6th game this year. Danny, a tight end of the football team. You've coached him. 6'4" senior. He'll start in the post, and I believe he will jump center against Urbandale. But what a recognition for him. Now, how long they play, we don't know, but what a night to recognize him. And that's something that was started by Coach O'Connor and continued by Coach Steelking, trying to start all your seniors. Well, Dowling has 6. They only start 5. Neonji started early in the year, so that's why he's coming off the bench, and he'll be the first sub, the 6th senior for the Maroons.
Well, Danny is a young man who's going to provide some size for the Maroons that they don't have normally in a lot of their smaller guard-oriented offenses. Danny is a 6'4" senior, a good, quick kid, but he's a very, very strong kid. So even though he's going to get the opportunity to start one of his first starts, I think he's still going to bring a lot of good things to the table as the Maroons get a feel out in this game.
Other games going on, the Central Iowa Metro League tonight, and these are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Valley is at Ankeny. That game is also being broadcast on CISN. The girls' game won by Valley over Ankeny. And the final score there was 67-36 Valley. Southeast Polk is at Johnston. Ankeny Centennial at Waukee Northwest. And the Waukee girls and boys have the night off. You may see a coach or 2 from that program scouting at your respective high school as they have the night off. Iowa Alliance Conference games has Hoover at North, Ottumwa at East, Lincoln at Roosevelt, Mesa City at Ames, and East Waterloo at Marshalltown. Boys only contest, Sioux City West at Fort Dodge, and the Fort Dodge girls have the night off. How about tomorrow? CISN, they pick up their equipment, they go 2 exits down the freeway, and they'll be at the Valley Fieldhouse. Number 1 Cedar Rapids Kennedy, number 4 Valley. Tip off at 1 o'clock at the Fieldhouse. That'll be televised on CISN, followed by the second game of the doubleheader, Linmar, Marion, and Ankeny at the Valley Fieldhouse, also on CISN. What a matchup that'll be, kind of a pre-state tournament.
It's a tremendous matchup. You sit here in Central Iowa and you see the Waukee Northwest play, the Warriors from Waukee play, the Valleys, the Southeast Polk, and those teams play in Ankeny Centennial every night. But yet, who's the number 1 team in the state is Cedar Rapids Kennedy, which you know very little about. So I'd be very interested to see how that game turns out, because if they're as good as they are billed, that's going to be a heck of a run team in the postseason.
Girls only contest has Waukee Northwest at Iowa City High tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. And a boys only contest at the Roundhouse at Des Moines Lincoln, Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln at Des Moines Lincoln. That'll be a 4:30 start. And of course, we mentioned Dowling girls and boys closing out the final doubleheader of the year tomorrow afternoon in Ames at the Harrison Barnes Gym. Brand new school, brand new gym at Ames. And 12:30 will be the girls contest, the boys game at 2 o'clock. And I know, Jimmy, you'll be there. We won't be doing radio, but I know you'll be there.
I'm still good friends with Fred Hoiberg, and when we go to the Harrison Barnes, gymnasium in Ames, I always seem to give him a little cha-cha text and say, you're just not giving quite enough money to your alma mater, I see.
That's awesome.
But they have just some tremendous talent that's gone through that school, and it's nice that those young men who've gone through there are giving back.
No question about it. And we appreciate that. Of course, we appreciate all the help this year with our friends. And I would like to recognize, Jimmy, if I may, our neighbors to the west, and that is the Valley High School program, losing a tremendous faculty person behind the scenes. He was at a lot of athletic events, and that's Sam Kranovich. He passed away suddenly. He was actually at school on Monday, went home, and passed away at the age of 68. His celebration of life will be this Sunday at the Valley Fieldhouse at 1 o'clock. They'll open the doors at noon, and they're encouraging the spirit out. I may have to borrow some Valley colors, but Sam was a tremendous person. I remember he being in the press box both at the old Valley Stadium on A Street and now the new Valley Stadium, and he was Mr. Valley. What a burst of enthusiasm. Lived over by Browns Woods and was a volunteer firefighter. So our thoughts and prayers with the West Des Moines Valley family and the family of Sam Kranovich. He did so much as a student supervisor, along with study hall and parking lot monitor, football coordinator, and he was behind the scenes. He was all about promoting Valley, and we wish the Valley people our thoughts and prayers.
Amen.
All right, let's take a 1-minute break and come back. We'll talk about the starting lineups and dive deep into the Urbandale Dowling boys game. Again, the girls game won by the Dowling girls as 4th-ranked Dowling won their 13th in a row, 66-22 over Urbandale. Dowling girls now 16-4, and they'll play their final game of the regular season tomorrow in Ames. We'll take a break and come back with the boys pregame on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Armin certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym. Mark Urbandale, Jimmy Cataldo for game number 2. Glad you could join us as we simulcast with Central Iowa Sports Network here on Iowa Catholic Radio as we bring you the final Friday night doubleheader of the season as the Dowling girls and boys will go their separate ways, but that'll be after tomorrow as the Maroons travel to Ames tomorrow for a doubleheader at 12:30. But Jimmy Cataldo, it's Dowling and Urbandale, and the two teams met back in early January, and Dowling with the win 49-39 at the Jayhawk Gym. That might have been our first game of the new year. I think it was. But yeah, it was January 3rd, so a lot of, 6 weeks since that time.
Right.
And you wonder, what's going on with the two teams. Well, Dowling's won 4 of 5 matchups with Urbandale, and they've won 16 of the last 17 against the Jayhawks. They lead the series 23-11 back since 2006. The Maroons' record's 8-9. You mentioned Urbandale with a record of 7-13. They've won 2 of their last 3 games, but also, if you go further, they lost 6-9. So they're all kind of trying to figure it out and getting ready for that 22nd game, which means you're in the postseason, and they have a few games to do it. But your thoughts on the matchup tonight with Dowling and Urbandale?
Well, 2 very comparable teams in Urbandale and Dowling. They're led by two distinct guards. Grant Eaker from Urbandale, who scored 19 in the game before in early January, and you have Drew Morrow and Joey Coppola, who really become the offensive sparks for the Maroons as of late. Joey Coppola had 12 points that game. You also look back in that early January game against Urbandale that Dowling won by 10. Very tight game throughout, in which the Maroons really pulled out in the fourth quarter, winning the fourth quarter 17-10. So real tight game, but you look at a low-scoring game and you look at what the teams are doing. They're working on some of their zone defenses, as we pointed out. And when you don't shoot very good three-point shots like the Maroons and the Jayhawks, force each other to shoot the three-point shots, work on the rebounds, which the Maroons out-rebounded Urbandale last time they played 29-21. So keep the kids off the board, force them to shoot outside shots, and see if you can pull one out here at the end of this game.
All right, let's take a look at our starting lineups as Denny O'Grady will announce it to the crowd here at the Dowling gym. Not a bad crowd. Urbandale fans behind us, Dowling fans across from us. And again, the Urbandale Jayhawks with a record of 7-13. They come in averaging 52 points in offense, give up just over 56 points on defense. Their head coach is John Smits in his 8th year at Urbandale, 62 wins, 112 losses. And he's assisted by Mark Bishop and Joey Aguirre. Sophomore head coach is John Hardison, who has 2 sons playing here in this contest. One of the starters is Cooper Hardison, and the other young man is the freshman Davis Hardison. They're both in the lineup. So starting at one guard for Urbandale, number 3, Bryce Lang, a 6-foot senior, averaging 8.5 points. He'll wear number 3. The other guard is Jack Craig, a 6'2 senior, averaging 9 points. He'll wear number 20. And the third guard, as Jimmy mentioned, Grant Eaker, their leading scorer, averaging 11 points. Also leads a team with 42 made threes. And Eaker will wear number 24. At one forward, Cooper Hardison, 6'1 senior, averaging 4.5 points. Leads the team in assists with 2.5, and he'll wear number 12. And at center, Cole Garwood, 6'4 senior, averaging 7 points. Leads the team in block shots and field goal percentage. Garwood will wear number 50. So it'll be Lang, Craig, and Eaker, the 3 guards, with Hardison and Garwood in the posts. And the Jayhawks, again, bring a record of 7-13. They've won 2 of their last 3 ball games. For Dowling Catholic on senior night, they'll start this lineup at one guard, Davis Scheck, a 5'11 senior, averaging 9 points, leads the team with 22 steals. He'll wear number 3. The other guard is Drew Morrow, 6'1 senior, averaging 11.5 points, leads the team with made three-pointers with 31. He'll wear number 5. At one forward, Jack Odie for the Maroons, a 6'3 senior, averaging 2 points, wearing number 10. And the other forward is Colin Clark, a 6'3 senior, averaging just under 2 points, and he'll wear number 11. And at center for Dowling on senior night, Danny Nielsen, the 6'4 senior, making his 6th varsity appearance and his first career start. Congratulations to Danny as he's being recognized here. Dowling coached by Clay Fieldking in his 2nd year. 17 wins, 24 losses, assisted by Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. Dowling's record 8-9. The Maroons have won 4 of their last 6 games, and they average 52.5 points on offense, give up 60.5 points on defense. And Jimmy, that is the tale of the tape.
Well, if you're the Maroons, you got to find a way to play much like you played Tuesday night in the first half against Waukee Northwest, where they went toe-to-toe with arguably one of the top 2-3 teams in the state, and they gave it up in the second half, lost a little bit on the defensive end, turnovers, offensive rebounds they lost. So you got to find a way to play like you did against Waukee Northwest. If you're Urbandale, you got to find a way to get the ball to Grant Eaker. You got to hit your outside shots, play good zone defense against the Maroons, force them into threes, and play this game into the 4th quarter.
All right, jumping center is Dowling. The Maroons win the tip, and he tipped it out of bounds, and that was Danny Nielsen. It'll be Urbandale basketball, but Nielsen won the tip. He had too much mustard on it, and it went to the Dowling bench.
You know, Danny's getting a lot of support from the student section, from the crowd, as he should. As a kid that's worked a ton in and out in practices, and really hasn't had a ton of opportunity to play. But tonight's his night, and a lot of kids are getting around him and supporting him in this game.
Jayhawks running their motion offense against Dowling's man-to-man, and now a three-pointer left wing, up off the rim, no good. Rebound, Drew Morrow, and a whistle and a foul on Urbandale as Morrow came down, but so did the Jayhawks, and they're going to whistle a foul on Cooper Hardison. That'll be the first foul of the contest as we're underway here at Dowling. Urbandale coming off a big win on the road at Ankeny, 59-46 on Tuesday night. And as we mentioned, Dowling coming off an 83-63 loss at number 3 Waukee Northwest. So always want to see how teams battle around, and now bounce pass by Morrow is knocked away and into the hands of Urbandale. The Jayhawks have it. Here's Craig, top of the key. Jayhawks in their visiting blue uniforms, red numbers, and with white trim, and a shot up and no good by Cole Harwood. Rebound Dowling. Here's Scheck with it underneath. He's double teamed, and we've got to have a jump ball called. this will be Dowling possession. But Urbandale one and done down here.
Well, it's a good job by Drew Morrow coming around to help Danny Nielsen, who's getting bodied pretty well with Cole Garwood. But both teams are a little out of sorts, trying to work the ball into players that in their motion offense and just finding a tough time finding those passing lanes.
All right, Scheck, Morrow, Odie, Clark, and Nielsen, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. They swing it to the right side. Here's Morrow. Swing pass over to Odie for 3. Good! Jack Odie on senior night gives Dowling a 3-0 lead.
Well, Jack's a kid that we know that can shoot the ball when he's hot. And, we've always talked about getting that confidence early, hitting your first shot, especially on senior night. That gives you a lot of confidence.
No question. And that was, waiting off, doing the little things off the ball. Dribble drive by Morrow that gave him a nice pass. Now Urbandale left to right going towards the north basket here at the Dowling gym. That's Lang with it. They work underneath the Garwood. Kicks it over in the corner. Dribble drive is Eaker. Now he kicks it out for 3 by Craig. It's good from the top of the key. Jack Craig with his 24th 3 of the year. Now steal by Urbandale. Dowling inbounds the ball. Niangi set to check in. Down the lane. Shot up and no good by Lang. Rebound Dowling. And here's Morrow with it. Drew going through contact. Gets it to Clark. Underneath the Nielsen. And it's poked away by Eaker. And a whistle and the ball out of bounds to Urbandale as Andrew Niangi set to check in on senior night. And he'll replace another senior, Danny Nielsen. And he gets a round of applause here by the Dowling student section.
A lot of emphasis in trying to get Danny the ball into a shooting situation and came up empty a couple times, but I don't think that'll be the last time we see Danny tonight.
Tied at 3, Dowling and Urbandale. Game 2 of our doubleheader. Dowling girls a 66-22 winner in Game 1. 4th-ranked Maroon Gals now won their 13th in a row. They're 16-4, and they will travel to Ames tomorrow afternoon for a girl-boy doubleheader beginning at 12:30. Now Morrow a steal, now poked away but retrieved by Lang. Corner 3, up and no good by Eaker. And a weak side rebound by Niangi on senior night. And a foul on Urbandale, and this will be on Jack Craig, his first of the second team foul on the Jayhawks here, Jimmy.
Really up-tempo, aggressive defense by both teams. Forcing turnovers, forcing tough shots. And most of these were one and done, so both teams are keeping the other team off the offensive rebound and limiting the number of shots they get per possession.
Here's Clark with it to Andrew Niangi. Andrew checking in. 6'5", senior, averaging 3.5 points. One of the leading free throw shooters in the Dowling team at 82%. Runs with 15 on the shot clock. Here's Scheck. Dribble drives in the lane. The ball goes off his hip, out of bounds. Good defense that time by the Jayhawks. Turnover against Dowling.
That's Dowling's 4th turnover in just 3 minutes into this game, and it's just a little bit of kids just trying to be over-aggressive rather than trying to work the ball around on passes, and you got to limit your turnovers if you're going to be successful.
Well, Dowling averages 11.5 turnovers. Urbandale averages 12.5, so that'll be a key for both teams, as you mentioned. Garwood with it. Now bounce pass underneath on the baseline. That's to Hardison. Cooper gets the ball out top to Jack Craig. Swings it over to Hardison. Cooper with it, looking inside as Garwood tries to post up Niangi. Now he does, gets the ball inside, and a shot up, and a strong move by Garwood. Shoots and scores. Cole Garwood, 6'4", senior. It offers from football from Air Force and a preferred to walk on at Iowa State. He showed his muscle there.
Yeah, good entry pass, and Drew Morrow just a little late on the backside. Held defense.
Three-pointer, top of the key and beyond by Drew Morrow. Good. And Drew with the team leading 32nd 3 of the year. 6-5, Dowling by 1. Jayhawks have led by 2. Dowling's largest lead has been 3. Just under 4 minutes to play, first quarter. And we'll see 3 subs come in for the Maroons on the next dead ball. Dowling starting to get their their usual starters in. Underneath, Garwood backs up Niangi. Now a three-pointer. It's up and no good by Craig. Offensive rebound, Garwood backs in, his shot up and good. Strong move over Niangi and Morrow by Cole Garwood.
Such a strong move, using his lower body, getting that position. Cole Garwood and working Andrew Niangi away from the paint and completing the 2.
Dowling breaks the press. Here's Drew Morrow with it. Drew and Davis Scheck kind of had to play the point guard, if you will, and now we got a stoppage of play. We might have a shot clock. It can't be 34 seconds on the shot clock, so they'll try to get that all sorted out. The substitution's ready to check in for both sides. Urbandale wants to get Brevin Phillips in for the first time. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Construction Professionals and Dental Associates. And of course, Central Iowa Sports Network will run their ads as we have a shot clock situation. The score, Urbandale 7, Dowling 6 with 3:14 to go here in the first quarter, and the teams are standing up, so that means this will be a quick timeout. And Jimmy, I'll let you go ahead.
You think of all the games, and this is the first year being the shot clock implemented into all these gymnasiums, and really during the girls' game, and then now here in the boys' game, it's really the first time I've only seen these shot clocks malfunction in all these games we've seen, and so they had a little bit of problems here earlier in the girls' game, and not sure what would have contributed to that, but the officials, good job by them recognizing it right away and trying to get all the timing set correctly.
And their job is to get it corrected. It happened a couple times in the girls' contest and here in the boys, and now they got the shot clock reset to 24. And hats off to our shot clock operators here at Dowling. Jay Rickey is on that tonight. You know the Rickeys from football, and Ted Power, who must have the night off. Oh, he's recovering from last night's event is what I was told. Ted was recovering from an event last night. I'll just say he's recovering. And
okay.
Hopefully he's doing well.
Usually that's code word for I get it. I get it.
All right. 24 on the shot clock. Dowling will retain possession. As you see, a few new Maroons. Riddick Metten, 6'4" junior, wearing number 21 in the contest. Joey Capola, number 4, a 5'11" junior in there. Drew Morrow stays in there. So does Davis Sheck. And now here is Kleppe for 3. It's no good. That is Ryan Kleppe, a 6'3" junior, with the miss. Rebound Urbandale, and the Jayhawks have the ball. As Brevin Phillips was checked in for Urbandale with number 35, 6'5" junior. Leads the team with 5.5 rebounds. Now ball loose on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball between the two teams. Everybody helps each other up, unlike football.
Right.
And well, not high school football so much, but the pros and colleges.
So we're about 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes into the game. The Maroons have yet to shoot a field goal. Are 1 for 3, from the 3-point line.
And now Capola with the steal, backs his way in, tries to get the ball to Metten underneath the Kleppe, and now here's Sheck with it. Dowling trailing by 1, and now Sheck in the lane. His shot no good. Offensive rebound taken out of the hands of Kleppe into the hands of Urbandale, and a strong move by Jack Craig with the rebound. Here's Lang with it. You can hear Coach Schmitz telling his Urbandale boys, hey, swing the ball around, pick up the pace. Craig with it. 20 on the shot clock for Urbandale. Work the left side. Now underneath to Hardison. His shot up and no good. Drew the foul, and I think Morrow will pick up the foul for Dowling, if I'm not mistaken. And it will be Drew's first foul of the contest. And Dowling's first foul tonight with 2:08 to go in the first quarter. 7-6 Urbandale over Dowling Catholic, and free throws coming here, Jimmy, for Cooper Hardison.
Strong move by Hardison on the block. Got Drew a little off-balanced and got caught giving up the middle of the lane, but real good hard move by Hardison to get around Drew and draw a foul.
Hardison, a 69% free throw shooter on the year. Makes the first free throw, second one on the way, good. Jayhawks with their largest lead over Dowling, 9-6. 3-point lead for Urbandale, and now a 1-3-1 full court press by the Jayhawks. See if Dowling recognizes it. Here's Sheck with it. Dowling right to left towards the south basket. The Maroons are wearing their home white uniforms, maroon numbers. They get it across to Kleppe. Ryan with it, works his way underneath to Metten. His shot up and no good, but he drew the foul. Let's see if they get Craig for the foul. They're going to get Hardison for his second foul, if that's the case. And they do.
Fouls. Looks like Bryce Lang going to be checking in for him.
So Lang will check in after this first free throw attempt. It's good by Kleppe. Or check that, Riddick Metten. Metten's first point of the night.
Metten just a 36% free throw shooter on the year, 10 of 28. Makes his first.
Second one coming. And it's good. So he goes 2 for 2, despite the 36% free throw shooting statistically that's in the book. 9-8 Urbandale. Jayhawks left to right. Now they lob it underneath, and a nice little touch shot up and good. Good pass that time. Eaker shoots and scores. And boy, he can get hot in a hurry. Now Dowling turns the ball over in the back court. Second time tonight in the first quarter that's happened. And we're going to see Cole Garwood check in. And guess who's going to come in for a set play as Garwood will take the place of Tommy Salmon, who was in there just briefly for the Jayhawks. You may see a set play here for Garwood. Let's see. He has the ball, Garwood does. Top of the key, it goes to Lang. Lang coming off a ball screen, can't get off a shot. Leaves it for Craig. Brand new shot clock for Urbandale. This is Brevin Phillips, works baseline. Underneath, turns his body, his shot up and no good. Takes the rebound away from Kleppe, and the tip is up and good, and we're going to give it to Eaker with the basket.
Just, strong move. I thought Ryan Kleppe did a nice job blocking Brevin out and drew some body, and that didn't get the call.
Dowling with the substitution in there as Dante Cataldo in there. The shot up and no good. Rebound put back up and no good by Dowling, and that was Ryan Kleppe active inside. Rebound Urbandale. Jayhawks by 5. This is their largest lead. Now a steal by Dowling. This is Kleppe with Morrow underneath. Layup good. The Maroons run the floor there, and Drew Morrow with his 5th point of the night. 13-10 Urbandale.
Great transition by Kleppe, and real small margin of error to get the ball to Drew Morrow on the fast break, but great job Drew finishing on the transition.
Dowling will stay man-to-man. It's Morrow, Cataldo, Kleppe, Capola, and Metten, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. 22 seconds left in the game clock, 13 on the shot clock, and a corner 3 good by Brevin Phillips, his 16th of the year, as the shot clock wound down, and now shot clock turned off with 10 seconds to play, and Urbandale by 6. Into the first quarter, Capola with it with 5 seconds, gets it to Morrow, Drew with it, wants to shoot and does at the horn. It's good! How many times has he done that this year? 3-pointer by Drew Morrow, good. And we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Dowling Gym with the score. Urbandale 16, Dowling 13, along with Jimmy Cataldo. I'm Mark Amadale, and we'll return for the second quarter in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster. Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym, Game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, as tonight we simulcast with our friends from the Central Iowa Sports Network, Mark Amadale and Jimmy Cataldo. Dowling with the ball first, and we've got an offensive foul on Dowling. On the pass that time, the Maroons commit the foul, and that'll be on Riddick Metten, apparently. It is his first foul. 13 foul on Dowling, and Jim, you got to look at some of the numbers from the first quarter.
First quarter, the Maroons 1 of 3 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range, 4 total rebounds, and 6 turnovers. For Urbandale, 4 of 7 from the field, 57%, 2 of 5 from 3, 4 total rebounds, and 3 turnovers.
16-13, Urbandale. Here's Phillips in the lane, kicks it out in the corner, won't shoot the 3, and they give it up, does Jack Craig. Now they reverse the ball left side. That was Grant Eaker with it. Leaves it for Blash Lang. Pull-up jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound Metten and Dowling. Both teams were 2 for 2 at the free throw line in the first quarter. Dowling hit 3 threes and 1 two-point basket. Urbandale hit 2 threes and 4 two-point baskets. Maroons working inside to Kleppe, and he draws the foul, and free throws coming for the Maroons.
Maroons found a lot of success against Northwest on Tuesday night, really attacking the basket, finding a lot of their points from around the basket, and you just haven't seen much of that so far in the game. But again, Ryan Kleppe taking the ball hard there, and what happens when you get to the basket? You draw fouls, and that's what Ryan Kleppe did there.
First free throw good by Kleppe. Ryan, a 65% free throw shooter on the year. It's a 2-shot foul. He'll get another. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Urbandale. It's Grant Eaker with it. It's Eaker, Phillips, and Eaker trying to make that pass to his teammate Lang and overthrew it. Cole Garwood in the lineup along with Jack Craig, the 5 on the floor for Urbandale. For Dowling, it's Kleppe, Capola, Marl, the 3 guards with Metten and Cataldo. Dante over there in the corner, right by the Urbandale bench to our left. And the Jayhawks, looks like they stay man-to-man. Runs working inside. Here is Metten with it, over to Capola, 15 on the shot clock. Joey at the right elbow, tried to hit Metten, and Metten got tripped up and the ball out of bounds, and Dowling throws it away. So turnovers. Didn't we talk about this earlier?
Yeah.
Dowling averaging 11.5, Urbandale averaging 12.5 turnovers, and you don't want to see that. You want that down to single digits by this time of year.
A lot of that you got to give, a lot of that to Urbandale's defense. Urbandale's playing a very aggressive defense, giving Dowling a lot of body, which is not being called right now, but you got to play the officials, and right now the officials are letting a lot of things go, so you continue to use a lot of body.
Here's a near steal by Capola, now finally stolen by Cataldo. 3-on-none fast break. Cataldo gets it to fall, rolls around the rim, and he has to use all parts of the rim, just like his dad taught him, as Steve DeVinny look at, this guy right here. That's right, Steve.
I think I had a little hot flash or something there. My goodness.
I love it. Oh, Steve DeVinny sitting next to us tonight here. I guess
what I love about Steve DeVinny is that he's been there. He's been there with his son Luke and
his daughters.
And his daughter, yes. He's been there. I think he knows how I feel.
Corner 3 by Urbandale, and it's no good by Jack Craig. Rebound Dowling, and here's Capola. Gets to Cataldo, down through the pass over to Kleppe, and I'll hand it off to Marl. Drew a long 3, up off the back iron, no good. Tipped around by Cataldo, and he tips it right into the hands of Dowling and Ryan Kleppe and keeps the possession alive. Brand new shot clock.
So it's a lot of what you get from Dante as somebody who's going to be aggressive to the basket and get his hand on, hopefully keep balls alive, get offensive rebounds.
All right, here's Capola with it. Step back 3, up and off the back iron, no good. Kleppe with the offensive rebound. It's taken away by Garwood, and a jump ball called. It'll be Urbandale basketball with 5:04 remaining here in the second quarter. We're tied at 16, Dowling and Urbandale. Jayhawks haven't scored here in the second quarter. Maroons got a basket by Cataldo and a free throw by Kleppe to tie it. And it'll be Urbandale with a possession. Dowling stays man-to-man. So we haven't seen that zone that we thought Urbandale was working on in the pregame. Maroons haven't showed it yet. Here's Lang with it, guarded by Sheck. Lang in the lane, shot up too strong. Rebound Garwood is put back, no good. And Andrew back in the lineup for Dowling with the rebound. Andrew Nyanji, number 20, 6'5" senior with the rebound, and Dowling with the ball. Here's Sheck with it right side. Now dribbles to the left. Looks inside Nyanji to Cataldo. Skip pass in the corner. Here's Kleppe for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Nyanji in there battling, and the ball goes out of bounds. Referees ask for help. And they're going to give it to Urbandale. Good teamwork there by the referees. They got the call right.
Probably the right call, sure.
But, the guy you think would have the call underneath got blocked out. That's because the big boys, Garwood and Nyanji, were battling. Good job by the officiating crew. I know you don't say that a lot, but I will for them, okay?
I give them a lot of credit until they start getting on me a little bit.
Well, they should. Now you're up the stairs with me during football season. It's bad enough during basketball you're next to me, but football, come on. I got some notes for you I'll pass along. 16 all, Dowling and Urbandale, 4 minutes to play. Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Backdoor cut, layup good by Urbandale's Grant Eaker. Tremendous pass that time by Garwood.
You saw that working around. Eaker works his way all around from the wing and then works his way to the top of the key, cuts to the basket. Great job finding him cutting and finishing by Grant Eaker.
Colin Clark in the lineup for Dowling. Colin with it on the left baseline. Can't dribble against Garwood. Lobs it inside and threw it away. Into the hands of Urbandale. Nice save that time. Tommy Salmon in there, number 40, caught it. And he finally gave it up to Hardison, Cooper Hardison in there. And he has the basketball now, double team. Swings it over to Garwood. Cole with it. Dribbling against Nyanji. Now kicks it back out. This is Craig with it. Hands it off to Eaker, back to Craig. In the corner it goes to Hardison. Cooper backs in against Scheck. Underneath Garwood, layup good. Oh, nice play by Urbandale as Garwood with his 6 point.
Urbandale's taking it right to the Maroons, and on the Maroons' offensive side, you're just finding a lot of guys standing around. The movement isn't crisp. You're finding guys running into each other. I think the Maroons really have to work on spreading the floor and start working cohesively and moving with a purpose.
All right. Dowling with the ball on the perimeter. Urbandale stays man-to-man. Kleppe dribble handoff to Clark. Collin with it, swings it over to Capola for three. Up and good. A catch and shoot by Capola over Tommy Salmon.
Gigantic shot by Joey Capola. Just the Maroons offensively over the last couple possessions really didn't have their acts together, forcing, 3 turnovers. But Joey knocking down a big three to keep this lead to just 1.
Capola's 29th three of the year. Now a steal by Dowling. Here's Scheck with it. Layup good. And that's the second time a run out by Dowling. Davis Scheck with his first 2 points. Timeout Urbandale. And our officials tonight say it's a 30-second timeout. Michael Cayley, Mark Flegel, and Matthew Roberts, our 3-person officiating crew. 2:13 to go here in the second quarter. Dowling now has taken a lead, 21-20 over Urbandale. The Maroons have had a lead of 3. Urbandale's had a lead of 6, and they've both been wiped out tonight. It's been back and forth. And Jimmy, give us an update. Urbandale with their 4 team fouls, Dowling with 2, and both teams with plenty of timeouts.
I think turnovers become a big factor right now. The Maroons are sitting with 9 total turnovers on the game with just 2 minutes left to go in the first half, and Urbandale with 6. But you look at the offensive ends for both teams. I think Urbandale's certainly the more aggressive team, taking the ball to the basket against the Maroons, where the Maroons are not working as well on the outside, forced to take some bad 3-point shots. But when they get to the rim, they're making some impact.
Jayhawks with it as they call the timeout after the Dowling basket. Here is Cooper Hardison, dribbles in the lane, cut off, gets it out to Garwood. Now a long 3 coming on the left wing. It's no good. By Grant Eaker, rebound Dowling. Maroons working underneath. Ball thrown into traffic and stolen away by Urbandale. Here comes Cooper Hardison with it, guarded by Scheck. 21-20 Dowling. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Here is Craig for 3, and it's good. Jack Craig with his 24th made 3 of the year.
Yeah, Davis Scheck is working his tail off, working on Bryce Lang, and somebody falls asleep on Jack Craig and knocks down the shot. That hurts.
Now the ball bounced on the sideline across the way, out of bounds, turnover against Dowling.
Yeah.
Maroons with Scheck, Morrow, and Clark.
Odie.
With Odie and Metten in the 5 on the floor for Dowling. For Urbandale, Grant Eaker with the basketball, passes right side to Lang. Cole Garwood still in there. So is Jack Craig. Here's Lang with it.
Colin Clark doing a real nice job guarding, preventing Eaker from getting the ball.
Jayhawks pick up the dribble. That was Hardison with it. Cooper gets it out, and the ball stolen away by Scheck. They're going to reach in foul on Dowling. It might be either Scheck or Metten. And it was Davis with his first foul of the night. Team foul number 3 on Dowling. 4 team fouls on Urbandale. Dowling with all 5 of their timeouts remaining. Urbandale with 4. 47 seconds remaining in the first half. 23-21 Urbandale. Reminder at halftime we'll have members of the Dowling girls basketball team who won their 13th in a row with a 66-22 win over Urbandale in game 1. Dowling girls ranked 4th. And they'll finish out the regular season tomorrow as part of a girl-boy doubleheader at Ames in Harrison Barnes Gym. And now here's a 3-pointer by Craig, no good from the right wing. Rebound, well, Odie had it, and they're going to call a jump ball between Odie and the Urbandale Bryce Lang, who came down with it. And Clark will sit down for Dowling. 20 seconds to play, shot clock turned off, and Maroons trail by 2. This is Capola dribbling across the timeline. Urbandale will line up or match up man-to-man.
You have 3-point shooters all over with,
I see that.
with the Maroons. And
A ball screen set by Met, and a fall-away jumper by Capola. It's no good. Outlet pass to Lang. Half-court shot at the horn is no good, and we go to halftime with the Urbandale Jayhawks leading Dowling Catholic 23-21. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, and Jimmy, give me a couple of your thoughts here before we go to our halftime break and our halftime guest. Dowling trailing by 2, but the Jayhawks led by 3 at the end of the first quarter, and those turnovers are things that I'm interested in before we go to break.
You look at the turnovers. Dowling had 5 on that quarter alone, 11 for the game. I think when you look at how this game is being played, it's being played very physical, and the officials are letting it play both ways. I think it's a well-contested game, well-officiated game. If you like to have a lot of body, a lot of contact throughout, so they're not keeping it real tight. It's very loose, and both teams just have to adjust a little. Pick up your defense. I think Urbandale's doing a better job than the Maroons, getting more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. But the Maroons got to find a more of a consistent way to get to the basket, eliminate some of these turnovers, and hope some good things happen, and you get some breaks in the second half.
All right, we'll take a break here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Halftime score, Urbandale 23, Dowling 21 in the boys contest, and we'll return to the Dowling gym after this 1-minute break. Our halftime guest will be Lauren Frericks, a Dowling senior on the girls basketball team, and head coach Kristen Meyer of Dowling Catholic, when we return on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homemakers.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
And welcome back to the Dowling gym tonight, senior night, and at halftime of the boys contest, Urbandale 23, Dowling 22 is our score. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls won their 13th in a row.
Woo!
As the Maroons defeated Urbandale 66-22. Fourth-ranked Dowling closes out the regular season tomorrow afternoon up in Ames at 12:30, girl-boy doubleheader. And we're joined now by members of the Dowling coaching staff, head coach Kristen Meyer and Lauren Frericks, one of the seniors. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. Coach, thanks for bringing one of the seniors here. I know we talked to Julia the other night, but Lauren Frericks, welcome.
Thank you.
Senior night.
Yes.
I look back and I told Julia this Tuesday night, how she's grown all through 4 years. Remember you kind of being on the bench. Remember when she was hurt all those games, sophomore year.
Yep.
Then came back, had the ankle injury, battled through it, kept going out for cross country and track, which I never understood, but you did. And here you are tonight, senior night. What a night you had. You got to be pretty happy with the performance and how the team's playing, Lauren.
Yeah, pretty happy with tonight. We had fun out there and came home with another win. Well,
it's always good to do that. I know you're preparing for the postseason, but we have you down here for 10 points, double figures. I think one of 5 in double figures.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My goodness, I've never seen that in a while. But
Sioux City East, we had 5 in double figures.
Is that right?
Yeah, makes it fun.
I missed that game. You guys were telling me all about the ride home.
I don't know why you didn't come. It was just a short trek away.
Well, Moore told me that she was sleeping on the way home, so that was one reason
not
to go.
On the way there.
On the way there.
Yeah,
okay.
She was just resting up.
Yeah. Lauren, you and Julie, the two seniors, had the first 10 points of the ball game. Were those called set plays by the coaching staff, or what's that all about? Did you know that? You guys scored the first 10, the two seniors?
Yeah, we were 5 and 5.
Yep, that's what I told them right before we come out. No one could shoot it except the seniors.
That's awesome.
No, actually, the first play was, more for Ava, but they went, so then Lauren was open. That was a good one.
That sure
was a set play that we ran. She's, no offense, second option, but they took the bait with Ava, so that left Lauren open.
It did, and it got contagious because the rest of the team started following through. Your co-senior, Julia, hit a few threes, and then Leah Brauch at the end. The little freshman came in and hit a pair of threes in the fourth quarter, and you guys are rooting her on. That's awesome, Lauren.
Yeah.
So that's what a night. Senior night's pretty special. Yet you celebrate with your family and your brother Nick, who this guy coached. I'm sorry to hear that. Coach Cataldo right in front of me, but we won't hold that against him. Let's talk about the season thus far, and you got one more game tomorrow taking on Ames.
I think it's been a really good season for us. We've had some really good wins, Johnston, Centennial, Southeast Polk again. But yeah, we're on a really good run right now, and I think we just got to keep rolling if we want to keep going.
Well, that's awesome, and you're looking, Coach, tomorrow you got to get you and Danner got a game plan, and of course playing Ames. One time you play them, and it's this year, and it's game number 21.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's already there, and back-to-back games. But yeah, we prepped a little bit. We'll talk to the girls a little bit in the morning before we head up that way. Go check out their brand new gym, and hopefully just play well, move the ball, shoot well, and get a little confidence defensively to head into the postseason.
And then you have a 1 week hiatus again, and then you either play Sioux City West, Sioux City North here at Dowling a week from tomorrow that night. But talk about what's going to happen next week, because you're going to be prepping. You won't know your opponent until after Wednesday night's game when they play up in Sioux City.
Yeah, to be honest, I like that week of practice because we'll take probably Sunday, Monday off, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll just work on our stuff. So not necessarily prepping for a specific opponent, just work some skill work and some things that we need to get better, and then we'll have Thursday, Friday to work kind of scatter and report prep. So it's a good week. The kids, it's a different feel in the air when it's postseason, a little bit more focused, a little bit more excited. You're feeling kind of the end of the season, the excitement of postseason. So usually players are pretty locked in. They're excited to be there. We'll keep practices fairly short, but get after it.
Visit with Kristen Meyer, the Dowling girls basketball coach, and Lauren Frericks, a senior. I thought I'd never say that, but as long as you do this, you see them start as freshmen, and they go to senior, and they start over again, and they're at other family. But Lauren, give us our listeners and our viewers on CISN kind of a snapshot of your career here at Dowling. What are some of the things that stand out to you? I know you mentioned a few tonight, but you got a few that you want to share with our listeners and viewers?
I would say our sophomore year when we made it to state. That was a big game. That was
beat Cedar Rapids Wash.
Yeah, that was a big one for us.
Oh, that's when I was stuck with Donahue over in Cedar Rapids.
At the end of the bench.
Well, right by the doors at Cedar Rapids, Washington. Yeah, I thought we were going to get kicked out, but we didn't. But that's tremendous. Yeah. And one of the gals plays for University of Iowa with Caitlin. Yeah. So. Yeah. All right. Any other memories? I'm talking about bus rides and stuff like that.
Minnesota. Oh, yeah. Minnesota's great every year.
Minnesota.
Yeah. We have so much fun there.
So we go up there over Thanksgiving. We've done that probably just every year except the COVID year. Mm-hmm. Just get on a bus, head up there, spend the night, play a couple games.
And come home.
Yeah.
Lauren, what's next for you? I know you've kind of left everything kind of open, looking for a college.
Actually, she found one.
Did she?
Yes,
well,
I'm going to Kansas.
Big news.
Breaking news. Can you break it on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN? Lauren Frericks, your announcement is?
I will be attending the University of Kansas next year.
Woo! Congratulations,
yes.
Lauren.
Yeah.
And are you going to participate in any extracurricular activities? Is that just going to be a student?
Just a student.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, their track and cross-country teams might need a little help. You've got some experience there.
I don't know.
Basketball team,
She's leaving her options open.
Yeah.
See who comes knocking.
It's never easy after going through that with my son. And you got all these, and then all of a sudden now it's senior year, I got to do something. No, you don't. You're still waiting, and now you did. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Coach, I'm not going to see you for another week. Almost 8 days again, as we had the lapse in the schedule and now the week off. What do you expect when you get ready for Sioux City West or Sioux City North, the winter Wednesday? You'll play them here on Saturday, and you haven't seen either team. I know that.
Yeah, in the next few days, the coaches and I will start watching film. The players will start watching film. We haven't gotten too far into that. We've been still prepping for these last couple games.
That's
so
right.
We'll have enough time to watch some film and get a game plan together, but honestly, I don't think it'll be anything too different from what we've seen. We've seen man, we've seen zone, so big thing will just be playing solid defense and move the ball on offense, attack the basket, try to just keep things pretty simple.
The success of a program. We saw it in place tonight.
Yep.
And 5 players in double figures. You always remember that on your senior night, Lauren.
Yes.
5. You were one of the 5.
Yeah, Julie was too.
Can't beat that. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, ladies, thank you for joining us. Best of luck tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you.
I know I won't be there, but my partner will because his son's on the boys squad.
Oh,
But best of luck against Ames, and I'll see you in a week against that Saturday night game against one of the Sioux City schools.
Yeah.
So thank you both for being here. Lauren, congratulations on senior year. You're making more memories, so keep it up. Appreciate that.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Lauren Frericks and Kristen Meyer, the Dowling girls basketball coach, and Lauren Frericks, the senior. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with the second half. Dowling and Urbandale. Urbandale boys lead Dowling 23-21. Back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
We're back here at the Dowling gym. Second half underway, 23-21, and Urbandale with the basket underneath as we resume play here in the second half, 25-21, Urbandale by 4 as the basket by Jack Craig, and that is his 8th point. Dowling with the ball, they save it from going out of bounds. No, they don't. Kleppe tried to, and he couldn't. Jimmy, you got to look at some of the first half numbers we get started here in the second half.
Maroons only shot 6 field goals for the entire first half. They went 3 for 6, 4 of 9 from the threes, 9 total rebounds, but where their possessions are getting caught up was 11 turnovers. 11 turnovers for the Maroons. For Urbandale Jayhawks, 6 of 11 from the field, 54%, 3 of 10 from 3, 6 total rebounds, and then 6 turnovers. Urbandale went 2 for 2 from the line, and the Maroons 3 of 4.
All right, Urbandale with the basketball, 20 on the shot clock, 6:45 remaining third quarter, 25-21 Jayhawks. They work underneath to Garwood, and it's stolen away by Capola. Joey with it. Dowling won the first meeting between the two teams, 49-39, back on January 3rd. Now Urbandale forces the turnover, and they pick it up. Dribbling in the front court is Hardison. Cooper with it. Dribbles left side, kicks it back out to Lang for 3, up good. Bryce Lang with his first 3 points of the night. And his 21st 3 of the year. It's 28-21. Urbandale by 7, their largest lead of the night.
No rotation by the Maroons, just not getting out to the shooters, having to collapse on the dribble drive. A lot of what they've had issues with in the Waukee Northwest game Tuesday night.
We'll see some of the keys that we talked about in the pregame. Turnovers were one of them, and Maroons executed. Now a nice pass by Metten underneath to, was it Sheck?
Joey Capola.
Capola shoots and scores. Capola with his 5th point. And it's 28-23, Urbandale by 5. We'll run down the scoring here when we get a break. Jayhawks have Hardison in there on the baseline. Over Morrow, well defended by Drew, and a shot up and good. Cooper Hardison with his first field goal and his 4th point. Jayhawks with the turnover. Dowling starting to add those up. Here's Hardison with it. Up top it goes, and a dribble handoff to Eker rather. Now over to Lang. Top of the key to Craig. 20 on the shot clock. Urbandale rotates the ball down and knocked out of bounds. A pass for Craig as Colin Clark checks in for the Maroons. Dowling was led by Drew Morrow's 8 points at halftime. 3 points for Joey Capola, who now has 5. 2 points for Riddick Metten. 2 points for Dante Cataldo. 2 points for Davis Sheck. Jack Odie with 3 points. Now Urbandale with another basket. They work it inside and shoots and scores. And a timeout on the floor by Dowling Catholic as Urbandale opens up a 9-point lead. That last basket by Tommy Salmon.
Just again, the Maroons getting caught, looking around for the ball and losing their guy in the offensive possession. They just got to figure that out here at this timeout.
9-point lead for Urbandale. 5 minutes remaining third quarter. Back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homemakers.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Maroons take their first timeout of the night. Both teams with 4 timeouts remaining. 32-23. Jayhawks with their largest lead of 9. And now Dowling works the ball inside and shoots and scores. And I believe that was Metten that got loose.
Metten by a nice assist from Colin Clark. Getting the feed in the middle lane and then finding Metten working his way around the block and finishing at the basket.
The Maroons got some work to do here to get back in it. Metten with 4 points. Now Dowling the other way, and a shot up and good by Scheck. The basket will count. Foul on Urbandale. So Davis Scheck with his 4th point, and a foul on Urbandale, and that will be on Tommy Salmon, his first. And it's 32-27, so that 9-point lead whittled down to 5. And Scheck with an opportunity for an and one, and misses the free throw. Rebound to Urbandale. 4:15 remaining here in the third quarter. Urbandale 32, Dowling 27 on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN as we simulcast the final Friday night of girls and boys doubleheader basketball in the Central Iowa Metro League. And now a near steal, and finally a steal. Clark with the steal, down court to Capola. He goes up, shoots and scores over Grant Eaker. Joey Capola.
Coach Tilking's looking for some body on that as Joey does a nice job, controlling his body and getting some contact, but just didn't get the call, but finishes the 2-point shot.
Now we can keep it here. 30-second timeout called by Urbandale. 32-29. Jayhawks by 3. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. And Coach, I told him I'd kind of run through the scoring, so let me do that for Urbandale in the first half. Well, let's just total up their score. And Jack Craig with 8 points. Grant Eaker with 6 points. 6 points for Cole Garwood. 3 points for Brevin Phillips. 2 points for Tommy Salmon off the bench for the Jayhawks. Cooper Hardison with 4 points and Bryce Lang with 3 for Dowling. With 7 points is Joey Capola. Drew Morrow with 8 points at halftime. 4 points for Riddick Metten. And let's see, Dante Cataldo with 2 points. Davis Scheck with 4. And we mentioned Capola with 7, 32-29. And now Urbandale out of the timeout. They have 3 left. Both teams with a foul each here in the second half. Maroons stay man-to-man. And Jimmy, if I'm not mistaken, the Maroons have not went to zone.
They have not. You saw Urbandale work at one time on an early possession in the second half. But
now Garwood gets loose, and he was matched up with Scheck, and he shoots and scores over Davis. And Cole Garwood with his 8th point. So it's 34-29, Jayhawks by 4. Underneath is Metten. A head fake against Garwood, can't get off the shot. Gets it out to Colin Clark. 20 on the shot clock. Urbandale fans want 3 seconds, can't get it. Here's Clark. Underneath the Metten, layup good. Nice pass by Colin Clark. He got it right around Garwood.
Tremendous job by Colin Clark. Riddick got really frustrated on that lower block, not trying to get the position that he wanted with Garwood, but got the ball out. They found him later in the possession, but great look by Colin Clark.
Jayhawks with the basketball. This is Jack Craig with it. It's Craig, Lang, who has it now. Lang in the lane, back to Craig. Corner three by Jack, up and good. Jack Craig with his second three tonight, actually his third three of the night.
Maroons are just rotating the wrong guy. They're leaving the dribble drive kick out guy open as on that time Colin came down to help, where he has to stick down with his guy and hope to get help from the backside.
Dowling underneath and a shot up off the glass, good by Joey Coppola, who has 6 of his 9 points here in the second half.
I think both coaches are frustrated on the lack of calls that they're getting. But again, they're calling it the same way both ways. I think the body contact is consistent with both teams. It's there. The fouls are there. But both teams are not getting that call. So good, consistent job by the officials so far.
You got to play through the contact, as you're always taught. Now Urbandale with the ball, 10 on the shot clock, and we got a whistle and a foul underneath apparently on Dowling. And they're going to whistle on Colin Clark, who was trying to plead his case. Into the Urbandale lineup, number 35, Brevin Phillips, who comes in with 3 points. Metten and Sheck will check out. Cataldo and Nianji checking in for Dowling.
Right now, the Maroons look very defensive heavy with this lineup. Got to find some scoring out of Drew Morrow, Joey Coppola. Hope to get something with Nianji and something out of Dante and Colin in their offensive sets.
And the zone now, well, not yet. Showed zone, and now Maroons back to man-to-man. Minute 20 remaining, third quarter. Urbandale 37, Dowling 33 on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Here's Phillips dribbling baseline, has a shot blocked by Clark, and Phillips picks it up and lays it in. Tough break for the Maroons, and Brevin Phillips with his 5th point.
Ball was loose and just didn't fall right into the hands of the Maroons, but Brevin Phillips getting the ball and going hard to the basket to complete it.
39-33, Urbandale by 6. Final minute of the third quarter. Dowling with the ball. A catch and shoot by Coppola. It's no good, but he gets his own rebound. Leaves it for Nianji, and he can't handle the pass. Now to Morrow. Drew dribbles in the lane. Now gets to Nianji, and he can't handle the pass. Stolen away by Urbandale. Here's Craig with it down the lane. Layup good. Jack Craig took the ball to the hole, and he's got 7 of his 13 points here in the third quarter, 41-33.
Just like that, the lead extends to 8 for Urbandale, and Maroons just struggling to find a little bit of offense here.
Dowling will hold for the final shot. Shot clock turned off. 15 seconds on the game clock. Urbandale will go man. Here's a ball screen by Nianji. Coppola with it. Down the lane he goes. Shot blocked by Garwood, and a foul on Garwood. That'll be with the body. And Coppola hits the deck. So Cole with his second, Cole Garwood rather, with his second foul, and Coppola hit the floor pretty good. Remember, he missed some games early in the year with the back injury. Davis Sheck set the check in for Dowling Catholic here. Jimmy?
And I get 2 big points here. Hopefully cut it down with 5 seconds, or just under 5 seconds. Urbandale has a chance to get a nice shot off here and end this quarter.
Coppola misses the first free throw. Tonight's game in Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Both free throws no good by Coppola. Rebound Urbandale. Here's a half-court shot by Brevin Phillips at the horn. It's no good, and we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Urbandale 41, Dowling 33, alongside Jimmy Cataldo and Mark Amadale, and we'll return to the fourth quarter here at the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Start of the fourth quarter. Dowling with the basketball, trailing 41-33 to the Jayhawks. Second time these two teams have met this year. Dowling with the ball first. Metten shot the left hand, no good on the first offensive possession of the fourth quarter. Rebound Urbandale. Jayhawks going right to left towards the south basket here at Dowling, wearing their road blue uniforms, red numbers, and white and red trim. Dowling in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers and letters and trim.
I think down 8 points, the Maroons with 7 minutes in the game, got to take their chances a little bit. They're just sitting on 2 team fouls.
Now Hardison on the baseline, and he shoots and scores.
A lot of credit to Urbandale the way they're shooting the ball tonight, getting some good looks, good shots, but they are hitting some of their contested ones, and hence forcing a 10-point lead here.
A whistle and a foul on Urbandale. And they're going to get Brevin Phillips for the foul. That should be his first.
Third-team foul. Maroons got to find a big possession here, down 10.
And Dowling with 2 team fouls. You mentioned Urbandale with 3. As we're under 7 minutes to play. Cataldo pass over to Metten for 3. It's no good. Ball slapped around. Garwood comes away with it. Bodies hit the floor. And the Jayhawks now in the front court. Grant Eaker with it to Brevin Phillips. Now to Jack Craig. Also in there for Urbandale. Grant Eaker. And Cole Garwood. This is Phillips down the lane. His shot up and good. Odie had him, but he couldn't stay with him. And Phillips now with 4 of his 7 points here in the second half.
Just the inability to stop the dribble drive, and saw that against Northwest, as I mentioned on Tuesday, and seen it again tonight. The dribble drive is really hurting the Maroons.
This will be a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Game 1 on Iowa Catholic Radio. The Dowling girls a winner tonight. 4th-ranked Maroons defeated Urbandale 66-22 to win their 13th in a row, and their record now is 16-4. And Dowling now trying to prevent Urbandale from splitting the boys contest this year. Dowling winning the first game 49-39 at the Urbandale gym. The Maroons have won 4 or 5 matchups with the Jayhawks, but Urbandale in control right now by a 12-point lead. This is their largest lead of the night, Jimmy.
You look at how things are going, and just where the Maroons are getting hurt on the defensive side, and you just haven't seen any zone out of them yet tonight. And Urbandale just shooting just over 29% on the year as a team from the 3-point arc. Having the Maroons go a little bit of zone made to force them some 3-point shots and bad shots.
All right, Dowling with the basketball coming out of the timeout, and a whistle and a foul on the Jayhawks, and that's what's starting to be in Dowling's favor, the fouls. 3rd foul on Cole Garwood. 14th foul on the Jayhawks. Maroons will inbound the ball. Odie throws it into Morrow. They reverse to Metten. Now to Scheck. Davis with it, looking inside. Now to Metten. Riddick in the lane, spins, guarded by Garwood. Pass underneath, and it's stolen away by Garwood. The pass to Cataldo. So Dante had the ball stripped from him, and Urbandale with the ball. We're under 6 minutes to play as Capola set the check in on the next dead ball for Dowling. Here's Craig with it, guarded by Morrow. 45-33, Urbandale by 12 here in this CIML boys contest.
Maroons are staying in man throughout the possession.
8 on the shot clock. Long 3, up, off the back iron, no good, and a loose ball foul on Urbandale as Morrow hit the deck, and Garwood gets called for his 4th foul.
Lucky break for the Maroons there as that ball was being kicked out to Jack Craig on the long rebound, and Maroons got lucky to get a block-out foul.
So it'll be Dowling possession. They dribbled across the timeline, left to right, as you watch it on CISN, and left to right in front of us on Iowa Catholic Radio. Here is Check with it. Now he picks up his dribble, gets it out to Odie. Jack with it, looking to penetrate. A little Euro step, and they're going to call whistle and a foul. And before the shot, foul on Urbandale, and that'll be their 16th foul. And that will be on Brevin Phillips, his second.
You know, both possessions, last two possessions, Maroons are really just trying to take that one-on-one game and just not finding a clear shot into the basket. A lot of credit to the defense Urbandale's playing tonight.
Dowling underneath, and Metten shoots and scores. Riddick gets loose, and he went right up over Brevin Phillips, the 6'5" center, and a sophomore in for the, or junior rather, for the Jayhawks. Under 5 minutes to play, Urbandale by 10, 45-35 over Dowling.
Maroons got to find their stops and look for block out rebounds and don't give up anything easy. Contest all.
Phillips for three. It's up and no good. And Metten with the foul didn't allow Phillips to come down in his space. And 3 free throws for Phillips. And Metten with his second foul. And that is just not a good sign for the Maroons.
It's the shot you wanted, and Riddick getting just a little bit of body on Brevin, not allowing him to come down. And
so Phillips at the line, Brevin's first free throw, in and out, no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, and the Ashworth Vision Clinic. Second free throw by Phillips. No good. Other games tonight, the CIML. Valley is at Ankeny. That game is also on CISN. Southeast Polk at Johnston. Ankeny Centennial at Waukee Northwest. And Waukee, girls and boys have a bye and the night off and maybe out doing a little scouting amongst the coaches. Third free throw by Phillips, in and out, no good. Missed all 3, rebound Metten and Dowling. So Maroons catch a break there.
A big break out of that, missing all 3 free throws. And Maroons get an open possession.
Now a pushing foul on Urbandale. They're going to get Lang for the foul. And that'll be his first. That'll be a 1-and-1, I believe. 17 foul.
That one riled up the crowd a little bit. But it looks very obviously on the push off. Davis a little out of control, but yet
combination of both. I would say. Sheck's free throw good in front of a 1-and-1. Davis, a 67% free throw shooter, has 4 points. Make that 5 points tonight.
All fouls from here on out. The Maroons will go to the line.
And the second free throw good, so the Maroons might make up some of that difference at the line. They were 3 of 7 at the line. Now 5 of 9, 45-37. Urbandale breaks the press underneath, and Metten with the foul and Lang to the free throw line.
Riddick did about everything you're supposed to do except for swatting down on the ball. Had a great, contesting of the shot, and he got caught up swatting down on the ball, and the officials are going to call that most times.
And a nice job by Urbandale breaking the press there, Jimmy. They went diagonal pass all the way down, and he did the kick out to Lang, and he's got the free throw line. First free throw, no good. Jayhawks have missed their last 4 free throws. Haven't made one here in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Lang's second one, no good, 0 for 5.
Incredible break by the Maroons here on. So
Jayhawks were 2 for 2 at the line in the first half, and now they're 0 for 5. Long 3, no good by Dowling. Rebound Urbandale and Eaker.
It's a kind of possession that you kind of nips it a little bit because nobody's there to rebound.
And now Phillips has the ball stolen away by Capola. Layup by Sheck is good. Davis, Sheck, and all of a sudden the Maroons have cut it to 6, 45-39. Now a near steal by Drew Morrow, trying to plead his cause.
Real close to going out on Hardison on that.
And a timeout called by Urbandale. They want to get a set play, and they want a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Stay tuned, folks. Exciting game. 45-39. Urbandale leads Dowling. The Jayhawk 12-point lead, now down to 6 with 3:48 left to go, fourth quarter on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
We
are
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively,
relentlessly.
At your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
And we are back here at Dowling, and a backdoor cut by Lang. Layup is good. So Urbandale 0 for 5 at the free throw line, but they found that backdoor cut off the timeout, and it's 47-39. Jayhawks lead over Dowling. 3:20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Check for 3 for the Maroons. Up and no good, and the rebound Urbandale and Jack Craig.
Maroons are just taking some tough shots. You'd hope they'd go down, but they're just not. And credit to Urbandale finding some back cuts in their open offense. Maroons playing a lot of chasing defense. Sometimes you got to chase and to take away good shots, but sometimes you want to let people go to create bad shots, and they're not really allowing Urbandale to create bad shots for themselves.
Drew Morrow picking up the foul as he commits the foul on Cooper Hardison. Helps Cooper up. That'll be the 15th foul on Dowling, 7 on Urbandale. So every Urbandale foul will result in a 1-and-1 bonus for Dowling. Maroons have a couple fouls to give. Jayhawks work the ball underneath. It tips off the hands of Garwood, but into the hands of Craig, and his shot up and no good. But he drew the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line for the Jayhawks. Foul on Dowling on Riddick Metten, and that is his 4th.
Riddick's doing everything he can to keep Cole Garwood off the boards, and hence he's just a lot of credit to Garwood using his strength, his lower body to really power Riddick around the hoop.
First free throw, no good. Craig at the line, he has 13 points, leading scorer for Urbandale. Jayhawks now have missed 6 straight free throws after going 2 for 2 in the first half, 0 for 6 in the second half, Jimmy.
Yeah, and Urbandale's not a terribly bad free throw shooting team, just shooting under 70% on the year.
There they go. Second free throw good. 14 points now for Craig. And the Urbandale lead is 9, 48-39 over Dowling. Maroons with it, left to right, in front of us. Here's Clark with it, out to Sheck for 3. It's no good, and a rebound Urbandale. Cold shooting for Dowling, settling for jumpers.
Really nothing working anything around the basket to attack, and settling for the kick-out shots and just not going down for the Maroons tonight.
Now Lang is fouled at half court. I believe it was Sheck or Capola. They're going to get Sheck for the foul. That's his second. And that's the 17th foul on Dowling, so 1-and-1. Both teams with 17 fouls. 2:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. Timeouts left. Dowling with 3 and Urbandale with 2. Lang to the line. Free throw, no good. Rebound Urbandale. And the shot put up and good by Craig. The basket will count, the foul on Dowling. That's a tough break for the Maroons. Craig with his 16th point. And the foul will be on Capola, his first.
Not sure what happened on have a nice replay, but don't have it right now. But to see what happened there at the offensive rebound, but great job by Craig fighting for the rebound, and then Joey Capola just losing his balance and giving up the
free throw, no good. Rebound Metten and Dowling. 50-39. Urbandale by 11. Dowling with the ball. Here's Metten with it. Riddick. Guilty of the travel.
Just out of control and just not really having a purposeful movement around their offense. I think the Maroons have a little bit of a panic situation, and they got to settle this down and do the best they can just to find open shots and create attacking the basket.
We'll take a 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and Central Iowa Sports Network. Our score, Urbandale 50, Dowling 39, 2:12 left to go in the fourth quarter. Back after these messages.
Armin certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym, foul in the backcourt as Urbandale inbounds the ball. And going to the line will be the Jayhawks. Foul on Dowling will be on Joey Coppola, his second. 19 foul on the Maroons. 2:07 to go fourth quarter, and a 1-1 for Grant Eaker.
Probably the one guy that you hope not to foul. You know, Grant Eaker is sitting at 70% on the year in free throws.
And he makes the first free throw. That is his first points of the second half. He had 6 points at halftime. Eaker, leading scorer, averages 11 points a game, and he makes both there. He has 8 points. Urbandale 52, Dowling 39, 13-point lead for the Jayhawks is their largest of the night, Jimmy. So Maroons got some work, and now a turnover against the Maroons.
Some one and done on the three-point shot.
Foul in the backcourt as Colin Clark will foul Eaker, and he'll go back to the free throw line, and that'll be the 10th team foul. So Jayhawks in the double bonus. Up next for Hoover, they will play next week on Thursday night against Hoover in the Battle of Aurora Avenue at the Urbandale gym this coming Thursday. As Eaker's first free throw is good, so Jayhawks, after missing 6 in a row, have now made 3 in a row at the free throw line. Second one on the way, good. Eaker 4 for 4 at the line, now in double figures. He has 10 points, 54-39, Urbandale. Dowling with the ball, here's Metten with it. Gets it over to Sheck, Davis. Urbandale stays man-to-man. In the corner goes to Coppola. Head fake and a three-point shot, no good. Rebound Garwood and Urbandale.
Just not going down tonight for the Maroons.
And we got a kick ball in the backcourt against Dowling. Maroons have Coppola, Sheck, Morrow, the 3 guards, with Colin Clark and Riddick Metten. There's Eaker with it in the backcourt. Gets it to Lang. Across the timeline it goes to Cooper Hardison. Over to Craig. Maroons are going to try to double team the ball. They get it to Eaker. The ball kicked out of bounds by Dowling and Colin Clark with 1:15 to play.
You look at the bounce scoring that Urbandale had tonight. Jack Craig had a nice scoring night, 16 points.
A whistle in the backcourt foul, or rather a foul on Coppola. That's his third, and 2 free throws coming for the Jayhawks, and Eaker back to the line.
Grant Eaker has mostly been held in check. He's had a very quiet double-figure 10 points.
3 field goals, and now 5 for 5 at the free throw lines. The first one is good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Family Vision Clinic, construction professionals and dental associates. Second free throw good. Eaker. Jayhawks started 0 for 6. Now they're 6 for 6 at the end of the line. It's all thanks to Eaker shooting free throws.
All evens out at the end.
56-39. Now a long 3, no good by Coppola, and a rebound Urbandale, and that'll probably do it. 56-39 Urbandale. Minute to play. And Jimmy, when the game ends, we're going to do a quick wrap-up on the TV side and send them off. So we'll wrap up as quickly as we can with statistics as we have them, and then we'll do the post-game. Capola picks up the foul as Urbandale puts it inside and back to the free throw line.
You look at some of the fourth quarter. Drew Morrow went really quiet in the fourth quarter. Really struggled to find the ball in his hands, and little credit to that to Urbandale. But again, I think the Dowling offense just got a little sporadic and a little hectic here in the fourth quarter, and just took the ball out of a lot of hands and settled for a lot of three-point shots that just did not fall tonight.
Kevin Dillon checking into the Urbandale lineup, number 23, and number 10, Drew Hamilton in there. Hamilton, a 6'1 senior. Dillon, a 6'2 senior. Free throw good by Hardison. He now has 8 points. 47 seconds remaining. A long three by Morrow is good. Drew with his first points of the second half, now in double figures with 11. And it's 58-42 Urbandale. So the two teams are going to split the regular season series, both winning on each other's home court. Dowling with the win. 10-point win at Urbandale back on January 3rd, and tonight it'll be Urbandale. 17 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock, and Jayhawks are just going to take an intentional shot clock violation, it looks like, and hand it over to the Maroons. We'll see. Here's Eaker with it, and he will launch the three. No good. Dowling with the ball, and that'll do it. 58-42, the final. Urbandale with the win over Dowling Catholic. And congratulations to head coach John Smits and the Urbandale Jayhawks. They improved their record to 8 wins and 13 losses. Dowling will fall to 8-10. Tomorrow afternoon, Dowling travels to Ames for a girl boy doubleheader beginning at 12:30 for the girls game and 2 o'clock for the boys game in Ames. And as we mentioned for Urbandale, they'll wrap up the regular season with the Battle of Aurora Avenue on Thursday as they'll take on Des Moines Hoover at 7 o'clock. Let's try to wrap up the scoring before the TV side goes away. So for Urbandale, they were led by Jack Craigs, 16 points. Grant Eaker finished with 10. And for Dowling Catholic, Drew Morrow finishing with 11 points, was a lone Maroon in double figures. And 9 points for Joey Capola as the Urbandale Jayhawks defeat Dowling 58-42 in the boys contest. And we'll wrap up our coverage here on the TV side, so we'll say so long to the folks at CISN. We appreciate the work that Pete Tarpey and the crew did tonight. Jose Guzman, our TV producer, and Aaron Bandy, one of the camera operators. This is Mark Amadale, and we'll take a break on both radio and TV. Again, the final score of both games. In the boys game, Urbandale 58, Dowling 42. And in the girls contest, it was Dowling Catholic 66, Urbandale 22. The Dowling girls now with the record of 16-4 and have won 13. Thanks for watching on CISN and for Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll return after this 2-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.